kind of Victor. He's already known to dress nice. Okay, I am feeling it. That's what I'm talking about.
Is that Urian? Because he had the gem and the between the forehead.
Fire. Okay. Now the problem with Urian, you know, he's always looking into those mirrors of himself. You got to be looking at the screen. You got to be looking at your opponent. Can't be running the one-player game out here. Let's see how DripFury rocks it.
Okay. Nicely done to break the low, but Chuck retaliates immediately with the heat burst, trying to take the turn back.
Yeah, it's a damn shame he got the back four, but didn't get the Mach Punch follow-up, and then did get the orbital, forward orbital, and no combo to finish it with the 1-2-4 counter hit. That's what we like.
Forget the mirror, man. We're breaking those through and seeing myself, but Chuck able to respond back with a counter hit down back four, and DripFury looking in trouble as his back up against the wall.
Okay, definitely caught you ducking. It's crazy to know that that does 46 damage in heat. And then another one for just up 1+2. Jeez.
Explosion exposes the health bar, and Chuck's able to respond back when equal round, and DripFury immediately going for the offense, but Chuck able to sidestep the orbital heal, having that Galaxy Brain combo, but drops in the ender.
Okay, nice heat burst to be able to keep that momentum. We're breaking the throws though. DripFury is running into Chuck while they have heat. Not sure why would you choose to go for that option right there when they have all of the aggression. You just came to them.
Oh man, DripFury is getting withered down here by Chuck as he's the one styling on him with these combos and these huge mileage with the down back four. But DripFury able to bring down the hammer with that back one to get the counter hit, but immediately drops it.
At the double knees, you know, the first two hits of the combo, first three hits of the combo, those are the most damaging hits anyway. All right, we're running the hatchet. Try to go for the taunt, but not quite. Chuck gets the beautiful sidewalk, and now these buttons, they talk. Ooh.
Trying to catch him ducking one more time, but he's the one ducking as DripFury catches him with the mid heat burst, and the Snake Eyes seeing right through Chuck, putting them into final round situation. And right now DripFury takes back the lead with a back one counter hit, and once again drops the combo, and Chuck trying to take control back by activating the heat burst.
DripFury doing combos like the first hits of my Ghost battle. It's like, we're learning the first bits of the combo, but we're not getting the rest of it. Dang, 3-3-4 from the back, that's supposed to be basically dead on for back turn combos, but sidewall will mess you up.
Side steps to one, heat dash! Man, he was able to add a lot more pressure, and Chuck falls through in the end of the wall, and therefore DripFury puts Chuck on fire and gets game one up on the board.
You like that? We like that. You know what else we like? Way of the Phoenix rising from the chat to give us 5, count them, 5 tier 1 subs. We like that. And then we also got Douche 2 Dope rocking 500 bits in there. Y'all, we appreciate you. And then my goat, Lil Empathy, the luckiest one from Tekken Takeover, excuse me, done got choked on this goat over here. Lord have mercy for a second. Appreciate you also for hooking us up. We got ourselves a hype train going on level 3. Let's get it.
Choo choo, here it comes with the Tekken Station. Lil Empathy, big shout outs to you, my brother. Lil Empathy with the big love. Thank you, man. Thank you to everyone else that contributed with the gift subs and the bits. Hype train's coming up, and let's get that to level 5, shall we? As Chuck feeling like he's level 5 with that heat engager.
Yeesh, you say that you on level 4, I'm on 5. You saying that I could level more? Down 2 heat engager gonna do it for you. Ooh.
Oh, DripFury trying to bring the Bane into the game, but Chuck is the bane of their existence and is extending the lead right now.
You only adopted the counter hit. I was born in it.
Oh, he's adopting the combo, but drops it one more time, but add a little damage here with the hatchet in the end.
A big counter hit in there. Got the 4-1+2. I'm not sure if that's guaranteed. Maybe it's only happening if you don't get up off the floor. Excalibur not landing and actually losing quite a bit of damage. We like this sidewall tornado.
Good combo damage here by DripFury after the forward for 2 Mock Breaker heat dash, but Chuck still alive and trying to get that read with the down back 4, but Drip, You reach, I teach, I got one of my own with the down back 1-4 and able to equal up the round.
UCB 2-4, crazy long range. You don't think it's got the range, but it absolutely does. There you go. No, definitely get the wall standing 1 when you block that one, bro. You need way more damage for that.
The wall split, but doesn't extend all the way to the wall to get that extra damage. But Chuck did not press the brakes and continues to accelerate as he is 1 round away to move forward into pools.
All right, but this is a big one right here. You already know Bryan can do ridiculous amounts of damage if he gets the Anaconda Assassin throw or if he hits those big back 1 counter hits.
Chuck trying not to get thrown, but utilizes his throw for himself, unable to break the generic for Drip.
Uh-oh. Got him in the air. We like that. Give me that. You already know what I need. Give me the back 1. Oh, never mind. Slam him down with the QCB 2-2. Okay, shotgun.
Ooh, with the orbital as well to keep it spiked, but Chuck goes up in the air with the Excalibur and then continues to chop him down with the Karambit.
Nice. Got the heat smash to stay on lock. Not doing the last hit of the incinerator. Ooh, did we bait it? We baited.
And the incinerator definitely ignited DripFury to stay alive into a set point versus survival point.
I like the backdash I see on Chuck. I feel like Victor players, there's quite a few of them that got nice old backdashes. DripFury missing the last hit of that combo and then getting heat bursted. Tragic.
I like Chuck's usage of the heat burst a lot, just putting a lot of stop momentums here against DripFury and taking the lead right back. But oh my god, yo, UCB1, the shotgun shell, able to catch Chuck up in the air, tried to extend the combo with the heat burst, but a little bit off range.
Ooh, I respect the back 4 right there, trying to get the Mach Punch follow-up. Unfortunately missed the punish right there, getting gat from across the screen. Chuck goes for the grab, misses. DripFury trying to fight their way back in, and there it is, that big Bryan Snake Eyes back 1+2. Now you're through. Sheesh, you forgot. In our community, he's like, that guy, I'm a musician, he sticks with his Yoshimitsu. He loves that Yoshimitsu, and we have our favorite characters that we love, and so we really vibe with that. Speaking of which, we got Borne here with the Lili Rosfield versus the Reina coming out. Borne from Jacksonville. Let's see if they're born to win or born to lose.
Oh man, Borne with the Sakura Cherries versus Aquatic with the Sakura Blues. Which one shall prevail here? Coming up at TNS number 63.
Okay, nice sidestep into the 1+2. We like those. Okay, Borne got the map advantage and getting that 1-2-4. Nice.
With a wall splat as well regarding his Dishy walk. That's insane. Borne able to thread the needle there and putting Aquatic immediately in a rage.
Aquatic, I think, maybe could have picked up on that, but it was a back turn combo. It would have been hard. Dang, it's down 4-1-1. It's got some good tracking.
Yeah, they're saying that Reina has like kind of moved up in the list of best Mishima next to Devil Jin.
Interesting. Who's they?
That Twitter community.
Oh,
Second
I see.
Twitter.
Yeah, I thought you were talking about Joka or
No.
So Shadow or Junya or something like that. You know, this is a hearsay. Oh my God! I dare say that is a lot of damage at the end of that.
Yeah, Reina says, "I'll show you."
I feel like Jin, that new ender that Jin has, is crazy amounts of damage too. Look at Borne though, sidewalking, getting out of dodge.
Yeah, this is what Borne is really good at, especially with Lili, that the fact that she has an advanced sidestep. But Aquatic, yo, telling us that they got a sidestep of their own.
Borne looking mad patient right now. Nice steps.
Trying to get away from the precarious position on the wall, but immediately gets put right back into it. And now playing for ground zero, as Borne is doing a good job pushing them back in the middle ground. Oh
Nice.
my God, what a step.
Okay.
What a
ducks under it.
Well, the 2-4 Aquatic, nice call out.
Bro, you know those Lili players love to run 2-4 into their crazy little setups, and Aquatic was like, I know when that right hand comes out, she ain't serving up no tea.
nice patience as well from the 1-1 to deny the power crush damage. Now trying to step away to the right, but Borne using the track and often able to catch Aquatic and now able to break the wall as well. And here comes a stylish combo from Borne. Unfortunately, it gets dropped in the end.
Tragic. And then the second hit whiffs on there, even more. Okay, though, the Platinum Grace. Hello, this is a PG-13 stream, Borne. Or that. Okay, Aquatic trying to get at it right there. Tsunami kicks. Another down 4-1, but unfortunately couldn't catch the float in time. No punish on the War God kick, non-electric style. Can Aquatic keep it popping?
Oh, and great patience as well for Borne as well to not overextend on the second string and to not give him the free win for Aquatic. But Aquatic still stepping on the way to evade the damage from Borne, but Borne's doing the same thing, but even better. Borne has all the resources to make this comeback, but unfortunately none of them gets used as Aquatic continues to shimmy all the way to the left to secure that win.
What'd you feel about that last couple of moments right there between Borne and Aquatic? How do you feel about the way that Borne handled that situation?
I think both of them played really well regardless. It's a final round situation and both of them locked in, but Aquatic was doing a lot better on switching sides on where they want to walk. So there's a good amount of moments where Aquatic was actually walking to the right, also walking to the left, and giving a lot of mind games on Borne's utility of what moves they want to use to track. In that case, Aquatic is just, just won that, I guess you could say, 33% chance of finding its position.
I feel like both of the players failed to stop the other player from stepping, for the most part. You know what I mean? Like, it felt like sidestep was how most people were getting, or most interactions ended up going one way or the other in the other person's favor. So I feel like we could use some more. I feel like Reina's got some decent homing moves, and Lili actually gets talked a lot about being linear. So it's gonna be interesting to see how they deal with each other's very lateral play style.
Did Aquatic just take off the weights?
Absolutely, the way the training clothes are off.
It's the same outfit, just.
Bro, they're in the sauna out here. You see the pyrotechnics rocking right now?
All the redness too, all the heat bringing in, and with the heat system, oh, it's perfect. Oh, yo, forget that heat because we're bringing in the electricity by Aquatic. Wait, that's an all different element.
Yoga. I'm gonna stretch you out right here. Oh, nice sidestep. Okay, can Borne get that wall blast?
Oh, yes, you can. You want to talk about being stretched out? Let me open you up, Borne says, and cut you down with the slap kick afterwards. And the 1-2-4, Aquatic gets hit by the last hit, and now on Magic Pixel.
Nice.
What an interruption by Borne with the 1-2 and able to complete that comeback.
Yeah, you're delaying your string just a little bit too much. Oh, Borne went to go for some little cheeky timing read with the wall standing 2 after the Duke glide, but not much coming from that. Aquatic tried to punish with the electric on that big flip over. Not quite punishable.
Nice block as well on that low by Aquatic, pushing Borne all the way to the wall and able to get an engager with the wall splat with a down forward 1-1+2, but unable to extend more damage.
Ooh, almost got the wall splat right there. Speaking of more damage, could have had a little bit more. Borne, though, leaving heat on the table, and Aquatic running the electrical cross-up with the 1+2 demon breath.
Yo, the current is strong here on Aquatic sides, and Borne getting chipped down immediately by 2 hell sweeps and trying to step out of the way for Aquatic and trying to get that electric one more time, but Borne was all the way low, and now Borne is all the way up high with that hop kick, sending Aquatic all the way to the wall and equalizing the health.
Okay, let's see. Voila. Viola, are we playing that sweet chin music? Ooh, okay, 67. And then the Feisty Rabbit mix. Got a lot of buffs in that Season 2 patch.
Yeah, the sweet chin music coming up as WrestleMania week is coming to a beginning in the weekend, but this match coming up to a close because the horn are sharp and it definitely mattered as Borne able to get that huge Matterhorn up in the opening.
Another one. Was they need 2 hits grounded in that situation now? What are we on? Season 2, what did you do? Borne, hell hath no fury like a woman scorn. Letting us know there's going to be a game 3.
Damn, Borne just heard you. I was like, they just were denying their movement, but damn, Borne moved freely when it comes to game 2. There was a good amount of moments where he just walked both left and right and kept it simple as well with just pushing Aquatic away with the 2-4.
Yeah, and I felt like I saw a lot less of Aquatic's movement. It was a lot more of Aquatic would be trying to approach, and Borne was doing a good job at being keep out for that approach, and then using the corkscrew kick to continue that pressure, put on that chip damage. I would like to see some more usage of heat from Borne is what I would like to see, but we got a game 3, and you know what? I can't ask for much more.
No, absolutely not, because we're getting more area to cover here as we move our last fight here at Yakushima.
And we're backdashing. Okay, immediately back into that brawling stage, though.
Borne is being super fearless here because he's challenging a lot after forward 2 with jabs. Like that, but unfortunately he paid the price as Aquatic goes for the armor and able to dish out the damage right back, but Borne responds back with a generic throw.
He's actually been doing a lot of risky stuff himself, using that 4-4-3 and Aquatic blocking it, not getting a punish off of it. Apparently that sidestep cancel that you can do now has made it a lot safer. Borne showing us something new here. Got a bubble on the board.
If I remember correctly, you know what, never mind, let me shut up real quick, as Aquatic able to sidestep into the opposite direction to get that electric, but drops the combo one more time, and we'll get ourselves a restart as Borne whips his string and Aquatic punishes it with a back turn electric.
Oh, the Pillow Princess strategy working out real well for Borne right there. Aquatic has spent the heat off axis to the left, counter hit, War God kick, and didn't get the whole combo, but saved the rest for later.
You'll definitely get him later here. 1-1 here as Aquatic able to get first blood here on round 3. Nice sidestep here by Aquatic, but unable to get an opening with the electric, but continues to chip him down.
Ooh, saw that one coming a mile away. Electric when God Fist, the standing down forward 2 that launches, a hop kick. She got it all. Oh, speaking of which, in case you didn't see it before, those big sidewalks into the God Fist, we got those coming at you. Are we gonna get a final round though?
I don't know, is Borne ready for it? Is he born for the final round?
I don't know, because he got that hydrodynamic thing on him. The port and starboard attachments, the turbo drive. Is he ready? Big counter hit, got the back one cancels. I like what I see.
Bringing in the nitrous with heat, but unfortunately unable to get the very end, but able to get the counter hit. But Aquatic able to respond back with a parry with a heat engager of their own, regaining a good amount of vitality back.
You don't heat smash. All right, thank you very much, Borne. Okay, keep it up. You got your flow, but Aquatic has gotten a lot of that recoverable life back. The second hit of the homing string didn't hit. Kekoza.
He's got to be really careful. So Aquatic's been opening up a lot with these sidestep electrics, but able to step out of the slash kick and punishes Aquatic, pushing us into a final round.
Beautiful notice of the stepping. Borne is just doing so good at stepping the 4-4-2, but unfortunately when it counts, couldn't make it happen. Trying to push on the pressure, but Aquatic fights right back with a down forward 1.
Nicely done to break the generic grab as well. Back to neutral ground and 40 seconds left to play. Aquatic does not have heat left as Borne trying to find a way to activate it.
It's the small stuff we're talking about right here. This is the poking that you guys are talking about, but there goes that big honeybee stinger. All we needed was a tornado, but they had to... Oh my gosh, tragic. Aquatic putting it down on Borne. That one right there. That was some sweetness. Basically how Kuma has been able to run the train that he's been running in the competitive scene. So it's going to be very interesting how we see that change come up right here. And we'll see if Tommy has an answer for it right now.
I mean, Tommy always finds an answer regardless. After all, this is the pastel one out of all.
The pastel perfect one. There it is. Got the swipe into the back one. No longer a heat engager as of season 2. Okay, we got those running 3s.
Wait a minute, Pastel Tommy doesn't have the mustache on. This is a fraud.
But he does have the sweater. He does have the pastel sweater. Okay, we're breaking those throws. The interesting throw break animation over there in the corner. Ooh, apparently you don't get anything guaranteed off of that anymore. Okay, I see you. Kuugo got up immediately, but unfortunately smacked right back down.
Yeah, you gotta be real careful using that back swipe because Pastel Tommy able to punish that perfectly with the down forward 1/1+2. Because that could definitely spell out, one, a wall split, which just happened, and also a potential heat engager / heat dash to really dish your mental out of the game.
Ooh, we got ourselves some secret hunting bear transitions right here. Kuugo trying to really show the sauciness, the stuff that you see less. But Tommy, see him using a very simple game plan. Using those 4-4-2s when they think they get the whiff punishes. Using the forward fours. Using the hop kicks when they think it's right. And nice heat smash to be able to get the punish from Kuugo.
It could have been way worse. I thought that was going to realign to a wall burst, but it doesn't even matter. Kuugo able to pick it back up and send Tommy back up against the wall, but Tommy not going down without a fight and able to get some damage with the 7C split kicks and now has the life lead. 5 seconds left to play, goes for the bear sweep into the bear low, but Tommy not retaliating just yet and then eventually falls down to Kuugo's headbutt.
I was about to say, a bear not finishing their food? That's crazy, boo-boo.
Yeah, you gotta get every sip of that honey because Kuugo needn't feel that sweet, but Tommy bringing out the salt with an instant hop kick.
Immediately putting a hand in the picnic basket right there and doing some extra panache. Tommy using the Sentai stance heavily, and there goes a G-Clef cannon in the middle. Big challenge.
Yeah, starting off the music here, but it eventually gets dropped by the stone head by Tommy.
Really trying to play that spacing game right there, but Tommy comes out on top. However, it does get this big oh my gosh, the big floundering salmon up in his face from that heat smash. But Tommy kept it together all the same. Can Kuugo come back?
Both of them are playing very, very compact and respecting a lot of their strings, but Tommy's the first one to have an advantage position here with the heat engager, and now immediately extinguishing it with the heat dash.
Yeah, Kuugo keeps trying to get that spacing and trying to push Tommy off, but once they get to that spacing, Kuugo doesn't really have a game plan for it other than maybe trying to do a running 1+2 or something like that, just like that right there. And then once you're in there, what's the mix? What's the situation? Nothing scary enough for Tommy to be able to have to deal with.
I don't know, but the way the story has played, Tommy takes the final round pretty convincingly without life lead speaking. The thing is, though, with the way they're playing so compact and very respectful between each other and choosing their moments whether to extend their strings to take the challenge back or just having that big brain plays and having a huge amount of damage, especially with Kuugo's heat smash usage.
Yeah, the heat smash usage has been amazing. I mean, easily top 3 heat smash in the game. Now, I would have said top 2 back in the day, but now we have Anna in the scene as well. Ooh, we got Super Kuma. Ooh, bam! That one wasn't true combo. Tommy controlled out of that one. Yowza! That is an 8-second round. I need a clip for that, you guys. Please.
Parrying.
We like that.
Swipe once again. The tip range. You one more time for your troubles.
Oh, is this a pimp named Slipback? But Kuma? Cause this is fire. I'm feeling it right now. Who gave him? Did you give Sour Piggy the controller?
You know, possibly. With the way he's getting back too, bro.
This is crazy. It's a completely new bear.
Okay. If it's actually Sour Piggy, he is gonna hop kick at the most crucial time, calling it.
Dang, it's so hard to be able to see what he's trying to do with that cape and the weird wall interaction. Hey, Tommy gets the big floor eruption, but misses the rest of the combo. Unfortunate.
Yeah, tries to go for the spike instead, and Kuugo tries to sway back, but immediately gets caught. But Tommy just looks at Kuugo with the heat smash and punishes him And now, Kuugo able to answer back after the Zentai with the G-Clef cannon, but immediately drops the combo to add a little bit more mix with that hunting stance.
I'm liking this. I'm liking this. Bear Jordan. Ooh, boy, the no round from Kuugo. Rocking the pet name Slickback Custom. We like that.
Okay, so that last move that Kuugo hit Tommy out of hunting stance, is that only from hunting stance, or is it a while standing move?
Only from hunting stance. It is hunting bear stance, down forward 1.
And safe, if I remember correctly.
I think that's true, but I gotta be honest with you. I looked at the fact that we were gonna get an emergency patch, and I was like, I'm not gonna memorize any of the numbers from this patch right here, because I know that a lot of the numbers are gonna change, but I'm 90% sure that it is safe.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that we have not looked into yet.
Yeah, no, there's only so much time, only so much study, and luckily, these guys are ready for anything. Swiper, yes, swiping, get him over there. Doesn't want to go for the wall. Unfortunate.
Yeah, it also misses out the booty unscaled damage, but whoa!
Okay.
Kuugo with an instant bear electric, catching Tommy in the air and going for the instant tornado with the 1-1-1. Unfortunately, unable to bring out more damage, and the damage is a little bit scaled.
Damn.
But Tommy, not afraid to dish out his own air combo with an instant hop kick.
Bro, he hit the I'm not afraid. Kuugo trying to go for the 4-2-1, the bear slaps, using that jab, getting Tommy off of him, but with what? For what? Look at all the chip damage that have been popping up, though, honestly. Just a couple more of those swipes, and that could have been a much scarier game for Tommy.
Yeah, honestly, Kuugo had that big counter hit. Not even a counter, but a big call out with that regular jab that could have started it with a G-Clef, but he didn't release it. He played it safe, and that paid the price. Now Tommy taking all this momentum, pushing Kuugo all the way to the explodable wall.
Tommy going kind of crazy, blocking back one and not doing a demon breath to punish, not getting the perfect 13 frame punish. Does get the perfect on the run. I'm not going to hold him for that one, but trying to jab after a possible hunting bear stance transition is just expecting your opponent to want to get you.
Oh, look at this though, Tommy with an instant hop kick. When was the last time you see that from him?
It has been a couple of games. I will 100% agree with you on that one. 15 seconds in, can we get a pastel perfect back to back? No, we cannot. Kuugo putting it on there, getting there to the wall, splatting. Ugh.
Are we going to see a chaotic Kuugo comeback instead? We got 30 seconds left to play, and he has a very good position. But Tommy fights out immediately with another instant hop kick, and that's all she wrote. Pastel Tommy writes yet another perfect canvas at TNS Tekken 8 number 63. So far in the in this week's, they could be like, oh, I got 33rd again this week, but they really got like 25th or something.
Right, yeah, for sure. I don't know if that's the exact numbers that we're going to rock right there, but I'm on vacation for my teaching position right now, so I'm going to give it to you. Big Spero Jin versus keyofpoo. Some of the best character specialists of each character coming at you right now. There goes the low heat smash. When you expect your opponent to try to go for the wall burst that is right behind you with the low heat smash, it's still going to come. It doesn't matter if you expect it. You better do something about it.
He definitely did. He denied that perfect and moves to the precarious position. But keyofpoo also in his favor, but Spero Jin doing the Spero Jin classic and utilizing that heat smash and getting that whiff punish perfectly to get a wall burst of himself. But even better, Spero Jin takes the W for round 1.
We like that. That's a sick-ass comeback right there from Spero Jin. Honestly, it was looking like a two-touch game here for a second, but you already know, Spero Jin knows it ain't over till the fat lady sings. And we ain't got none of those in Tekken, so.
No, but we got dancing capoeira, and Spero Jin doing a great job breakdancing around, and keyofpoo chipping him down slowly with his karambit. These quick 1-2s and 2-2s up coming up this side.
Ooh, Spero Jin tried to go and challenge right there, and keyofpoo just goes straight for the up forward 1-1. Down 2, apparently hitting grounded in that situation, bouncing on it. Shoutouts to Trojan.
Just as baddies, that's for damn sure.
Yes, sir.
Oh my god. Speaking of just as baddies, this combo about to do a huge amount of damage, and he's gonna be bad for keyofpoo.
go for the 4-4. Spero Jin going for the big old drop kick, trying to poke his way out, but keyofpoo saying it's the big buttons that gonna get me where I need to be. Terremoto, the earthquake to finish it off.
Man, you feel the earth trembling from that hit, man?
I did, bro. I did. Felt counter hitty to me.
The impact from Pensacola.
Sheesh, what are we on right now? Yo, I think keyofpoo, I think Victor needs to change the accuracy on his scouter. It is mixing up.
And that could spell disaster because Spero Jin did have the momentum for a second, but keyofpoo not afraid to take it right back. Size at 3+4 does not evade the heat burst, and Spero Jin on Magic Pixel, but able to go for the lifeline back 3-3 counter hit. Man.
Eddy is historically infamous for being unable to realign his combos in the way that he would want. He's now able to get really long wall carry, but that QCF3 from hitting from long range, you can only do that in so many different situations. And so Spero Jin did a really good job of noticing that the wall was there, noticing that he wasn't going to be able to get anything guaranteed off of the side wall, and rearranging, realigning, staying composed, and staying on top of the scramble.
Oh yeah, and when you thought it was definitely your round, you got to be really careful with Spero Jin's timing when it comes to back 3-3.
Oh, for sure. Dude, he just was clutch on that one. I'm telling you, Spero Jin claims that you can't counter hit confirm back 3-3 all the time, but he's doing it online. It's crazy the work that he gets done out in these streets.
Oh my god, and the flapjack overhead as well. Misses out to tornado flip in the end, but the damage does not stop here on Spero Jin's side.
Flapjack mentioned. Yes.
My god.
I feel like Eddy should keep the stacks in between rounds. Am I crazy?
Yes.
Okay, alright. That's fair enough. Thank you for keeping me in check here. Thank you very much. Speaking of which, keyofpoo checking Spero Jin's sidestep button right there with a counter hit down back 4. Leaving him on the floor, but not for long. Spero Jin back up and back at it.
Man, this momentum shift by Spero Jin has been taking it to a whole different level. Heat burst into Rage Art. Are you? You know what?
Heat burst Rage Art is insane. I don't know what they're giving you up in Canada, bro. That healthcare system pretty good, I guess. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do.
You know what I'm saying? Spero Jin getting slapped. Oh my god. keyofpoo letting them know.
Alive. They're trying to get that bullseye from the long range, but keyofpoo says, I've had it enough, and brings out the 10-hit string to stay alive.
And we fix it.
Great answer as well by Spero Jin. Stopping the stance makes up the EI with the heat burst, but keyofpoo not letting go of the gas.
Ooh, while standing 3+4, getting the +7 into relax. That is a new addition. Oh, wow. Dang. 35 damage for getting shot 3 times?
You know, with the additions with the swords, the blades, and everything else, it's fair. It's fair. Final round here, set point versus survival point. Spero Jin, can you deny the 3-round comeback coming up? But keyofpoo tries to get for another flapjack, but a little bit off range here, and keyofpoo noticing the momentum shift for his side now.
Dang, honestly, I thought that he was going to be able to get that because if you sidestep, you usually are able to get a good punish off of that cartwheel, but unfortunately, keyofpoo was just not ready for it. Can he keep it together? Who's going to be able to expend that thermodynamic energy?
Nice punish, and also instant get up by keyofpoo pays the price as Spero Jin goes for the up 4-3 Oki. And now one interaction left for Spero Jin to get the win. And unfortunately for keyofpoo, Excalibur tries to get that comeback, but unfortunately unable to connect.
Oh my goodness. Alright though. Alright. We got Cuddle Core versus Tomoriru. right here. This is gonna be a banger. Missing the punish on the down 3 at round start is not how you want to start off versus the Red Bull athlete.
Bart beat this Abler. When was the last time we've seen that move?
We like it. I love that move. I love that move just because of its name, but also it's super sick. Kodo Core saying, what you are not about to do right now, what you're not about to do right now is get me with this armor, with the Jaguar sprint. You got 1 health left. I'm going to take it away from you with this ballerina kick, 12 frame mid.
And I love that mental stack right there by Kodo Core to not opt out to do any damage after the heat dash and wait for Tomoriru's response.
We get those punishes. Giant swing in this situation, I'm not sure I agree with. He's losing the map advantage right now.
Jaguar dash able to connect with a low and doubles down, putting Kodo Core into a 1 interaction and falls down into the 1-2 jab by Tomoriru.
Bro, I can't believe you can just link the drop kick into another drop kick if they just decide to knock it up. Ooh, we got the blue spark. We like that.
Tomoriru loves to go for these giant swings regardless of what position he's in.
Absolutely. Yo, what is this Little John costume, right? We got the Robin Hood stealing from the rich and giving to the poor, trying to keep Kodo Core up on the floor. Kodo Core immediately flying back at him, though, trying to get the quick trim, pulling out the chainsaws.
Winning for the poor and winning for the kids, and he's gonna do it with style with that homing move after the Jaguar dash. Tomoriru is up 2 rounds as Kodo Core with 1.
Those big haymakers at round start, and really being very careful and conservative with his moves. Kodo Core using the low to be able to stop the Jaguar spit pressure.
Oh, unable to get the whiff punish there by Tomoriru, but he's not stopping on the offense though.
Docking? Ooh.
Big ducking. And wakes up with a wall standing 4, and then he gets caught pressing after the second hit for this heat dash, and Kodo Core able to dish out the combo and able to gain a huge amount of health back.
Running the chainsaws through the mid. Will Kodo Core keep pressing forward? No, they will not. Would have got the wall splat and more damage on it. 5 rounds is what we get to start game 1.
Damn, AB actually posted the receipts.
Yo, it's sick, to be honest.
Nicely done to
Giant
break
swing.
the giant swing off the wall to negate that extra damage, and Tomoriru tries to go for it again, and Kodo brings out the own grab game from themselves, but able to react fast enough by Tomoriru to break it.
We need that. There goes the power crush. Unfortunately, Tomoriru not getting wall splat, so Kodo Core's got some more damage to do. Unfortunately for Tomoriru, though, he has no recoverable health, but the heat smash, 70 damage for a counter hit is crazy. I know you didn't try to do that whole thing, bro.
Well, Tomoriru, a great start for a comeback, but a bad finish to die off. Kodo Core able to react the alley kicks and punishes perfectly with pure patience.
Punishes perfectly with pure patience. What is my man on right now? He is cooking something up for you all today. That's what you get from an Evo commentator.
I hate you.
I love you too. All right, we got banana muffins out here. Definitely showing out with some flavor at the end of that one. Can Tomoriru keep it together? Now that big rage art was a big call out, and I don't know if you can make those big risky moves in those situations without getting clapped by Kodo Core like that some more. You're gonna have to be a little bit more conservative, gonna have to play a little bit more solid, I think.
Yeah, and especially with the way how Kodo Core has been really manipulating on Tomoriru's weight, especially with what kind of offense that he's going to respond with after every frame tight strings that Kodo Core has been bringing out. Tries to go for the orbital here with the Hello World, the newly moved acquired for Alisa, but Tomoriru keeps it classic with the 4-2-1 and pushes Kodo Core all the way to the wall.
The heartbeat disabler doing tricks on it out there.
Dude, we just love like that chainsaw sound with Heartbeat to Saber, like just cuts through you.
I love it. I do love it. I mean, I don't love it when it cuts through me, but when it cuts through people that I'm watching, I'm in love with it. Okay. Try to get the drop kick. Cuddlecore side rolls. This is the perfect timing to be able to get that map advantage. Tries to go for the jab. Nothing doing. And we get more heat back for just getting that grab. And the wake up kick punish at the perfect spacing.
Yeah, definitely heard the voices in his head after the RKO connected and going for more extra chunky damage after the Oki. And now, Tomoriru bringing out the Doctor of Thugonomics and using the STF submission.
Chainsaw power crushes are doing work. So glad that they did not give Cuddle the ability to do heat burst and destruction stance like we were afraid that she was going to be able to.
Yeah, that was a huge fear when the Tekken developer was like acting heat burst stance. Damn, what a nice call out there by Tomoriru, able to block the high and punish it with that full crouch gut punch.
Hey, putting her in the sand. What's the next part of the plan? Cuddlecore once again docking.
On the same move and Tomoriru in the same scenario. The sun is setting, but can you close out this round and equalize the game? But Cuddlecore dishing out the big launcher out of the wall standing 2, catches Tomoriru in the tip end.
About the tip right now. Tomoriru catching with the tip of that wake up 4. Nice. Got the Jaguar string. There goes the 3-2-2. Cuddlecore tries to go with the unique get up and actually takes a little bit more damage, but luckily he doesn't get the big wall splat. Nice sidestep hop kick. We might see ourselves at game 3.
Hold on, not dead just yet, but the heat smash will seal the deal. Tomoriru makes it into a score of 1-1.
Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Y'all, this just in loser's side, I just want to repeat that for you. In loser's side, top 24 is going to be Trizzy the Rapper versus Victeemo. That's the first loser side top 24 match that exists right now. You heard me say that Victeemo and Trizzy the Rapper are both in loser side. Trizzy taking an L to KingReyJr. and Victeemo taking an L to Tibalicious in winner's side quarterfinals.
That definitely hurt your heart to say that.
It really did. Those are 2 of my favorite players.
Yo, the Ling?
Okay.
Xiaoyu coming into play for Cuddlecore?
She did recently win a Paragon line with the Ling Xiaoyu the whole way through, so maybe she's saying, you know, I know that this matchup is especially hard for King.
Definitely on Link's favor when it comes to this matchup, but Tomoriru playing it as patient as he could now, but running out of nowhere onto the wall and tries to run one more time and catches its target.
Backdashing, gotta go for the heat smash, 100%. Cuddlecore could not get a punish on hit. That would be kind of crazy if you could, but honestly, I would feel like it would be a little balanced. Just saying. Big ol' 1+2-1, and that is the end of Cuddlecore's fun for that round.
Oh my god, and the fun continues for Tomoriru, able to get that counter hit down forward 2-1 into the People's Elbow follow-up.
Tomoriru is not worried about down back 2. Ooh, did not get the follow-up. Might have to do a micro dash after getting the wall standing 4 from Firecracker block.
Yeah, that Firecracker block is crucial to do that wall standing 4. But when depending on range, he doesn't need to do the micro dash, but he's got to do some micro thinking on his next coming up move to do forward 1 out of AOP. Oh, nice forward 2-1, catching Cuddlecore stepping, and nice punish as well from the hop kick, and Tomoriru has the life lead now, but immediately gets deleted as Cuddlecore goes for the instant slash kicks to take the round.
All right, let's see. Cuddlecore showing us more and more how she has gotten to where she is competitively and how she has the ability to adapt, but gotta be really careful when it comes to these almost unseeable throw mixes.
Unseeable for sure, because damn man, another giant swing coming in for Tomoriru. Now trying to mix it up here with the Art of Phoenix. Now trying to make a paint out of the canvas, but Tomoriru brings out the paint with a 4-2-1 heat engager, bringing out a little bit of fire.
Ooh.
But Cuddlecore not afraid to fight back with a counter hit grab.
Tragic right there. That Tomoriru couldn't get something more off of that snake edge block. Cuddlecore has a little bit of life left and continues to duck. Tomoriru is doing really good at using that homing mid and or that drop kick, that low, that leaves him almost unpunishable.
Yeah, that Jaguar dash mix-up is doing so much work. Unfortunate for Cuddlecore, unable to get that heat engager connected, but still has a decent life lead. But Tomoriru is gonna show her how to connect the heat engager with a 4-2-1.
That's at least the 4th counter hit shove that we've seen so far. Great break. Unfortunately, could not get the cross-lifting palms in time, just a little bit too far away from the first hit.
Oh, that could have been problematic, but Tomoriru and Cuddlecore able to put it back to neutral ground, and yet again the homing mid catches Cuddlecore, and as Tomoriru gives a ride to Cuddlecore into loser's side with the giant swing. Tomoriru going to top 24 winner side.
A fire to see who's going to be able to fight Tomoriru. Pling versus Saiche.
Or it was, I believe it's Saiche? I believe it's pronounced Saiche, and Saiche is about to bring the excellence with his lead Chaolan, and nice pickup with the back 3-3 float, but unable to get the tornado.
What in the back 4 whiffing right there? I already know just the spirit felt that one intrinsically. Maybe he didn't do the Hitman stance to be able to get that tracking because, you know, does that still happen in Tekken 8 where if you do the Hitman stance it has better tracking?
Yes.
Maybe that's what it was.
Pain. Oh, absolute pain. Pling just catches Saiche with the wall standing 2 counter hit. And now the wall is gonna do extra damage with the 7 golden letters to reward Pling. And just like that, 2 rounds to none.
Saiche is definitely dealing with some craziness from Princess Ling, the queen of Tampa Never Sleeps, if I have seen one before. No princess. We got to change his name to Q-Ling, honestly.
Yeah, but Q-Ling doesn't flow in the tongue well compared to
You're
P-Ling.
right. You're right. It's not quite as explosive.
Yeah.
B-Ling, best Ling.
Best Ling, B-Ling. The B-sides of Ling.
Oh, bro, and it would be Bling. Bro, yeah, if you called it... Bro, do you know how many people I've heard pronounce P-Ling's name as Pling? And I was like, this is how I know you don't know what the scene is about, bro. You talk about Pling.
Remember when Vontae tweeted his match on Texas Showdown when he watched his old match and he throws it, and the commentators don't even know me, and he felt so much pain after that one.
Not the strays.
After winning Texas Showdown last year.
Not the strays. And then he didn't even make Tekken 8. Unfortunate. Or top 8. He didn't make top 8. That's what I meant to say. Yo, we're getting flustered out here ourselves. We're throwing strays and the karma is coming after us.
Nice low parry there by Saiche with a back 4 and nice combo route with the new extension on the back 2.
Healing is like, oh, I'm a little bit off axis. It's kind of crazy here. Oh, never mind. I have you exactly where I want you. 55 damage before we even get to see the rest of the combo. Heat burst. Are we going to see the wall? What are we on? That's 100 damage right there.
Yep, and a little bit more after the heat smash. Healing. Didn't even need to use Hypnotist, but we were all mesmerized.
For sure, right there. Diablo. Speaking of which, looking like we're in the river Styx out here. Man, Saiche just cannot catch a break.
Nope, but he's the one having his soul broken by Pling. He still has a tornado?
Dude. Well, night. 22-second perfect right there. That'll do it. Of course, Pling, he sees down 4 from Lee. He goes, I will be ducking that and getting the rest of my punish. Thank you very much. You can't be running down 4 on a veteran like Pling.
Oh, and the sweep catches Saiche stepping as well and tries to go for another step, but Peeling tells him no after the homing. Tries to bring out the storm with the acid rain, but unfortunately only a little drips. But here comes the parade with the acid storm, able to get the full combo and keeping it simple as well with 2 back twos.
Maybe try to do that floor break right there, but there wasn't any left. Sheesh, I did not know that that new move gave you that big splat into the guaranteed quick back roll.
Yes, the Phantom Rose coming in clutch, but Peeling using the +5 extra to get the counter hit damage, but Saiche able to bring in some excellent movement now to use that hop beat to catch the slash kick.
Another one, we're continuing doing that kind of spike Oki. It's working out really well for Sage. Can they get something? Phew! Phantom Rose, that wasn't no phantom pain right there. I'm sure Peeling felt that one quite physically.
18 frame mid out of heat, and now Saiche looking a lot more confident after the 1+2 counter hit, and look at this damage. Guaranteed coming up? No, it doesn't go for the down profile. That's right, it's not guaranteed anymore.
Tragic, unfortunate. Hold that. There goes the pulse blast, heat dash. No, Sage just knew that Peeling was trying to go for something weird. Okay, we need a little bit of that life to come back, and here's going to be quite a bit of it. Got plenty of wasabi spiciness on this Cali roll.
And Peeling bringing out the sauce now, but here comes the whip punish. Unfortunately, the Rage Art was not the move to get that opening, and Peeling opens Saiche up like a sash with the grab.
Divine Exorcist 2 with the Claudio is crazy, but KingReyJr, the reigning champion, is going to show you what a real gatekeeper looks like. Florida man on top. I bet he got himself a plan. Let's go.
Wait, I just completely realized Junior dressed up Asuka as he would dress himself with the double denim and the black shoes.
Double denim? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy. You're telling me he's got prospector vibes out here? He's out here to dig some gold?
No, not to dig some gold. He's digging some graves with the way he's bodying them right now. Oh my god, Divine Exorcist gets caught by the heat smash, and now here comes the upward one pressure by KingReyJr.
KingReyJr sees himself in the corner and says, I will absolutely not be sitting still for that. Thank you very much. Ugh. The damage on that one is insane, and it was counter hit into the heat engager.
Yep, Exorciser able to push Divine Exorcist away, but not rewarding him with the heat engager anymore. And Divine Exorcist, you want to have a heat engager? Here comes the fire after 442.
Definitely wanted the running 2 on the end of that. Only got forward 2. Quite unfortunate, but the bitch slap smack out of the heat burst right there. You heard the glass break, Stone Cold style.
Yeah, Divine Exorcist 316's got something to talk about, but KingReyJr, the champion, rare side zone, got something even louder after the Tooth Fairy, but Divine Exorcist able to block the incoming mix-up from the ground pound, and able to launch him and bring KingReyJr to the Cursed Caves. Damn, this is wall 2?
Woo! Oh, damn. Had one too many hits on that one, and that made all the difference. Heat burst way too far away. Divine Exorcist was not ready for that final. Maybe he should have gone for the 441+2 there, because he did have Starburst, right? Damn shame.
Yeah, or just an instant wall running 2 that could have changed the whole scenario, but KingReyJr now has the lead here. And this is going to be problematic because Cursed Cave, this is one of KingReyJr's home court advantage.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to get KingReyJr on one of these arena stages with the exploding walls. You cannot let him allow that. 1-2 instead of going for the guaranteed heat engager / heat dash because he was already in heat, and now you've lost the opportunity. Tragic, bro.
Oh man, yeah, and the tragedy follows up even more as Junior just continues to catch Divine Exorcist with these heat smash.
Yes, sir. You know, we've been saying it over and over again that KingReyJr, you can talk about how strong Asuka is or not strong, that her turn stealing tools are, but his ability to adapt and use his spacing and just get these reads on the challenges, they've just been getting better and better over time. and he has shown out time and time again, winning 2 brackets last week. He won Breakout as well as TNS last week, so definitely never count him out of a top finish.
Yeah, and it's looking very promising for KingReyJr to possibly yet another champion for TNS. But Divine Exorcist is doing a good job bringing it all the way back and exposing KingReyJr after the spring kick with the Starburst uppercut. Unfortunately, the Ender does not follow up, but the back 4-3 will do the job.
KingReyJr trying to go for the full 4-2 and then immediately running 1+2, and so difficult to do, even though it is a little bit easier in Tekken 8. Down 1+2, you better watch your shoe. Ooh, another one of those running 1+2s, this time with the Naniwa Gusto into the counter hit launcher. That's gonna do it.
Oh man, that really is gonna do it. Yo, my boy Laundry Guy, subscription with a 3-month Prime. He's legit in the other room. Man, thanks Noel for the sub. Armor to armor coming in, but Divine Exorcist is gonna win with the heat burst, and Junior immediately goes for the counter heat and tries to go for the can, but Divine Exorcist with a little bit off axis and able to find an opening.
Oh, are we gonna be able to get through? Ooh, nice. That's the Kryptonite, the Superman punch, but unfortunately too far away with the spacing sidestep too. That's gonna do it. Divine Exorcist. I did not even know that gave strong aerial tailspin anymore. KingReyJr showing us something.
Yeah, that could have been catastrophic for Divine Exorcist as the combo was able to drop. But now Exorcist has a chance to bring it back as he has a better wall position. And speaking of which, here comes the boom.
Ready or not, here comes the boom right now. Oh, KingReyJr getting the launcher though. You didn't think that you were gonna catch me with the low high string. I think not. That's gonna hit the spot. KingReyJr gonna go up and get to set point.
Damn, that's a damn shame.
We like that. Oh, sick.
Damn, double backboards into the incoming low coming from KingReyJr, and Divine Exorcist looking shook right now as Junior is running this momentum into a whole different level. Well, and that right there is
Tori Hanzo at all times. He's got every single one of the infinity summons in him at all times. So, you know, and you can see that he's been doing the work out in his locals. Not even hit the Tekken God Prime just yet. Not even hit the God of Destruction. So ranked is not where it matters. It matters out here in these brackets, in these tournaments, in the scene, in the community. Now, what can Shadow 20Z show us?
Right now, he's showing us that RB Cris is mad fragile right now and immediately breaks him down after stepping the heat burst. Shadow 20Z taking the first round in convincing fashion.
Yeah, absolutely. Big old sidewalk on the end of that heat burst. Okay, doing a little bit of fire spin right there, but Shadow 20Z is not trapped in place. However, after the slow parry, RB Cris can get quite a bit of damage off it. Get over here!
The Devil Snatcher coming in, and RB Cris able to activate the trigger and putting himself into heat. Cold shoulder, the cold cyclone putting Shadow 20Z up on rage, but the 1-2-4, the silhouette heel counter hit is gonna reward Shadow 20Z a good amount of damage and a good amount of health back.
Damn, 85 damage. We were talking about the Devil Snatcher and the Devil May Cry if Shadow 20Z can't finish out this one. RB Cris getting a huge amount of that recoverable life back. Is he going to be able to survive?
He is not.
Sheesh!
10 seconds left. Hold up. Shadow 20Z on the lead and tries to go for that pile driver by RB Cris and chipping him down slowly, but Shadow, as patient as he could, he flinches after the armor and throws it all away.
Uncharacteristic of Shadow 20Z right there, going for the power crush in those final moments. Really not expected, honestly. We usually see him go for these much lower risk options.
But now he's bringing in the higher risk that Shadow, that Anna Williams is known for, that pure 50-50 full crouch mix-ups, and RB Cris able to find an answer back after the third attempt.
Cris trying to use the Clive rush and try to get in there. Shadow 20Z falling victim to that big Odin sword, and RB Cris stacking up the damage.
Yeah, RB Cris looking mighty right now and closes it with the Zensa Tuken. He's still got 2 bars in the air, but he lunges right through with a +6. But Shadow 20Z goes for the Chaos Judgment High Crush.
Dang it, the while standing 3 whiffed, and RB Cris didn't get the whiff punish on it, and so Shadow is just like, oh, I'm gonna run the Chaos Judgment stance roll, and it was absolutely chaotic. Speaking of which, RB Cris whiffing the down back 3, but luckily Shadow lets him live.
Slaps him away to get a good amount of damage back, and time is dwindling down. 40 seconds left to play, and Shadow 20Z is utilizing this resource right now. Walking with heat and rage as well, but RB Cris is adding so much plus frame to stop Shadow 20Z's tracks.
It's really interesting. Shadow's blocking this homing move, right? That's not plus on block if I'm not mistaken. Shadow's being very patient and not choosing to take his turn back immediately, likely because he's like waiting for this parry that RB Cris has not shown yet. I'm not sure, but he does have rage. Immediately goes in for the full crouch mix while standing 2, and that's it. RB Cris is through. 6 seconds remaining. Shadow time. You already know what it is.
In an instant, the alarm sets off as RB Cris thought he was gonna go for the right hand sweep, but he goes to sleep by the wall standing 2. Shadow 20Z doing what Shadow 20Z does.
Always ready for it, especially in the clutch. You already know Shadow 20Z be doing too much to the opponent's health bar every single day of the week. My goodness, my goodness, my goodness, my gracious. Now, RB Cris, he was doing pretty damn good keeping the pressure on top of Shadow.
Yeah, but just that last instant, it's crazy too because Shadow 20Z usually likes to wait out for how their players respond when he's in full crouch. But that man literally just closes the range and just instantly shoots RB Cris while standing 2.
I didn't even notice that he was in full crouch, and then just like bam, he's there. Crazy.
Moving on here into the next match, RB Cris, how will you adapt and adjust?
It's just in Peeling sends Tomoriru down to loser side, so Peeling and Joe Crush are going to be your first winner side finals, or winner side semis. Ooh, the Assassin's Dagger counter hit, Blue Spark, frame 1 in game 2. That one is going to feel like maybe I don't want to press it round 1 or the round start. 65 damage on that, good god.
But he has 1 left and that's all he needs. RB Cris finding an opening, make the comeback, but Shadow 20Z continues to go for the ankles and knocks him down.
Oh, Demon Breath. Ooh, that definitely is going to beat the Assassin's Dagger starting. The opening gambits are really changing for these two players.
Nicely done for the armor to stop RB Cris's string here. Noticing that he's been using and
I'll take that.
Finishing all of it. Nice step out of the Devil Snatcher and finishing it off with the Headless Horseman.
Yeesh. Shadow too far away to be able to deal with it. Has huge amounts of recoverable. And he says, I'm going to crouch. Yeah, I'm going to do it. Why don't you stop me? I'm gonna. Goes and gets huge amounts of recoverable life back and really equalizing.
Yeah, but RB Cris immediately takes away the debuff with the kip up and doesn't let go of the gas.
Plus 14 off of that running 2 mix into the Clive rush. Not really much that you can do about it. There goes the sidestep 2-1 into the speed engager. Trying to push Shadow 20Z up on the wall. Gets the guard break. Couldn't we get kill here? Bro.
Oh my god, I think he is. No, never mind. It closes off, but RB Cris is just adding so much pressure after the heat smash, and just like that, RB Cris denies the potential of a comeback by Shadow 20Z. Come here!
Hey.
Once again, Devil Snatcher brings Shadow 20Z closer. But man, oh man, you keep on mashing, and Shadow 20Z keeps on crushing.
Absolutely. Being flashy with it. Oop. Oop. Look at the damage, 93 on it, into the extra, read all about it. Can you read my 50-50s? It's a tough one, Anna, one of the hardest characters to be able to deal with because of her intense high-risk reward.
Man, that was a lot of 50-50s after 50-50s after 50-50s, and that sets up set point versus survival point, and Shadow 20Z is using that really early, but RB Cris not stopping this gas right now.
Nice, that button working out for RB Cris. Huge. 71 damage off of that sidestep 2-1. Heat dash. Goes, tries to throw the Spirit Wolf at him. Spirit Hound is cursing it though.
But it could be a little bit of graze. What a penetrator by Shadow20Z adding in a debuff. But yet again, RB Cris wakes up with a kip up.
Getting penetrated live on stream is crazy. Ooh, big old stature kick into counter hit, guaranteed. Toe kick to try and get out of there. Both characters having rage, and there goes the down forward 4. That one has been seen time and time again. We were on hit it or quit it point, and unfortunately, RB Cris got, But Victeemo, he's one of my favorite players to ever watch. My favorite player in North America, I might say. He's definitely in my top 5, and he is playing the Anna Williams as we expected. He's been playing a lot of Tekken 5 DR Anna Williams. Let's see if those skills have transferred.
And we'll see how different Victeemo's Anna is compared to Shadow20Z, because this is the first time we've seen a different Anna in a while.
Yeah, it's different, but it's not different, Like, she still has a lot of the same tools. It's wild how they can keep the personality of the character while adding completely new twists on them. Kind of like the way that Paul looks and the way that Paul feels in this game,
For sure. Ooh. Man, what a call out for Victeemo. Nicely done to challenge the ballerina dance with the armor. Aimedtwo was twitch stuck in there for a little bit, and Victeemo able to find its timing with the right hand sweep.
Hey, 72. Sheesh, that last hit does 16 damage on the low wall slump. Ooh, that is so nice that string doesn't do the same thing that Nina's string does, the easy prey. If it had gotten you 56 damage and a wall splat, that would have been insane. Aimedtwo trying to go for those big down forward 1-2 strings, nothing doing, but they do have the red chainsaws out.
Oh man, yeah, red chainsaws and seeing red as Victeemo trying to go for that right hand sweep, but Aimedtwo able to get that whiff punish with the wall standing to equalizing the round.
That's weird that like down back 4 that Alisa has, it doesn't knock down unless on clean hit anymore. Unfortunate for Aimedtwo. All of that risk with none of the reward. Look at us, 71 damage and got the debuff. Even more of it because you had to block it into the wall crush, which does even more chip damage, and it was in heat, so even more chip damage.
Yep, and what adds it more, a little bit of salt to the wound. That counter hit can open, that low can open that leads into over. It's all guaranteed, by the way, and so is this combo. Victeemo trying to add a little bit more mix up into the wall key with the Chaos Judgment, but damn, that pleasure time brings in the armor, and Victeemo is having quite the time, but I don't know if he's having a good time with his back up against the wall.
Ooh, now something very important. Those chainsaws used to be very difficult to punish. Ooh, never mind before I say that. Victeemo not getting properly punished by Aimedtwo because of the side wall splat. Unfortunate. And you gotta run the Assassin's Dagger to be able to get that swaggiest of swagger on that low parry punish. We like that. Victeemo showing out. Man, usually I love to watch Victeemo play Nina and do the Hayashida steps and do those big high execution combos. But even in the Anna, you can see who the pilot is.
Absolutely. You can definitely tell that this is Victeemo's own style of playing this character. And man, it's very, very mesmerizing with the way that he utilizes the incoming Oki with the stance. Not just for Chaos Judgment, but the way he likes to oppress his opponents, especially after plus frames with Pleasure Time and Hammer Chance.
Yeah, it's pleasure time every single time I get to see Victeemo on stream out here. We like that. Feeling a little bit of a pulse inside of me. Gotta feel you. But Aimedtwo is aiming themselves straight at Victeemo's dome. Look at the 50-50s Victeemo rocks just at round start. Says, I'm gonna crouch. What am I finna do? You guess I'm wrong every single time.
Damn, and he instantly shoots him with the penetrator, giving him that debuff immediately off the round.
Is that the name of the rocket launcher, the penetrator?
Yes.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so if it's just the raw, the raw bazooka, it's fragile.
Okay. That's crazy. They know what they're doing out here in the move list. Ooh, Aimedtwo could not get the punish that they needed, letting Victeemo get away with murder.
Shoot him in the back as well. God damn. The movement right up of Victeemo, but Aimedtwo able to match it as well with the backdash and sidewalk, activating the heat a little bit more advantageous position, but Victeemo is not afraid as he opens up a bottle of wine.
A wine opener, 100% does that work. Victeemo once again trying to go for those big assassin's dagger punishes, and it seems like he's got a very, very quick Korean backdash for Tekken 8. You know, Tekken 8 usually you want those longer backdashes, it seems, as opposed to some of the earlier Tekkens. Maybe a little bit too much Tekken 5 DR. Kill.
Oh, that's a problem. Oh, it doesn't go for the big punish, but he gets a good amount of damage with the heat smash, though, and goes for the hammer chance 2-1-2, having all guaranteed, but Victeemo falls down to his own tricks of the low parry, and an Aimedtwo stays alive with the clutch rage art. Yo, Sleepyhead, thank you so much for the subscription with the Prime. Hope you're enjoying. Even though with the name Sleepyhead, you definitely woke up Aimedtwo.
Irony coming in here and subbing to Tampa Never Sleeps with aim at Sleepyhead, but I'll allow it. I'll allow it. Ooh, goes for the power crush right there. We saw that earlier from Victeemo, and Aimedtwo is adapting, waited, got the punish.
Damn, I actually just looked away and just realized Victeemo's health is gone.
Yup. What's crazy too is that like Victeemo got the good punish off of Aimedtwo, and then Aimedtwo was like, no, this is fine. I'm still chilling. Ooh, trying to go for those deep dashes into the wall standing 2. Victeemo still staying together. 54 damage on that one. Oh, my goodness, you lost your head.
You lost your mind. Yo, Twitch, I need a clip for that. Please.
I need it. The computerized cabeza right there. Victeemo stopping these lows. Aimedtwo, what do you think you're doing? You think you're gonna try to run the 50? You think you're gonna try and get that extra damage on the victim of Ritual? Get out of here, sidestep. We are not making assumptions. Getting those whiff punishes, reacting.
Yeah, perfect defense, man. Holy hell. And Victeemo switching it up into a perfect offense with that sidestep launcher.
Yes,
and Aimedtwo is looking in trouble as the dominatrix makes his mark. Aimedtwo does not release the third string this time. Plays a little bit more patient and now having a little bit more confidence after that.
Ooh, yeah, that is a tracking option right there. Sidestep right usually does end up beating those strings and that Chaos Judgment stance, but that is an option that beats it. Ooh, way too far away to be able to get anything off of it. Guaranteed from the Power Crush punish. Can Victeemo keep it together?
Heat is running out, but Aimedtwo is quickly regaining a good amount of health, but now it's gone. 20 seconds left, and Aimedtwo is working into little to none resources.
Ooh.
But god damn! You reach and I'm going to style on you as Victeemo brings in.
Cuddlecore and Tommy are playing right now, and keyofpoo and WHATZIT TOOYA is happening right here, right now, to see who is about to fight Divine Exorcist. Ooh, we are about to be in our prime. We got some Metroid action going on.
And Christmas, it seems. Oh my god, and Santa is giving with the full crouch launcher immediately?
Oh. Dear Santa.
Rudolph?
Oh. I would like to get up, Santa. For what I want for Christmas is to get up. Thank you.
Oh, I think you're about to get cut off. I mean, that's what Santa's doing. Yep, yeah, just shipping you down. And I don't know what's worse, Cole or that.
She tried to go for the Switchblade Ripper, but ripping their own health bar in half. It looked like keyofpoo saw that second hit coming. Is this the poking that we were talking about? Is the poking in the room? Nice.
Oh yeah, he's definitely getting poked out right now. But what's it to you doing? Trying to do the same thing, but nicely done to block that low and able to punish it perfectly with the back 4-3. Remember, folks, that's not -15 anymore.
Oh, not at all. With the TOOYA getting sidestep. Crybaby Sophia after the sidestep. Got the full string into the perfumer stance low. And keyofpoo trying to give us a show right now with a no round brown. Are we going to see it go down?
Yeah, and the flashbang flashes through WHATZIT eyes, and keyofpoo immediately takes a turn back as WHATZIT gets a couple jabs in. And just like that, keyofpoo shoots WHATZIT next to the wall.
No way he did that to kill himself in that situation. Why spend the heat smash right there? That wasn't gonna kill.
No, it really wouldn't have. That definitely left you open, and now WHATZIT has the live lead and whips right in front of him with the hatchet kick.
For the mid and the perfumer stance right here, WHATZIT trying to come back with the 1-2-1 and then gets got. 32 caliber laser bullet like the Blade Runner.
Boom, headshot.
Damn, that was nasty. You know, it's all fun and games until they start coming out with the laser pistols. It's nasty work. This is definitely not over. WHATZIT TOOYA has plenty of different gears to be able to play on. You think on a smaller stage he might be able to be a little bit more compact and a little more subdued, because it felt like WHATZIT was going for these big reads and he was getting blown up for them.
I don't know, man. keyofpoo just suffocated WHATZIT majority of the times, and now WHATZIT is really gotta find a way to suffocate him right back, and he's gonna start it off here with the heat engager.
Okay, back for 3. Doesn't go for the heat dash. Wants to spend keyofpoo's rest of it. Tries to get him over at this wall, and keyofpoo poking his way out. What in the hell?
Yeah, it was able to crush the jab here. keyofpoo has a chance to bring it right back, but WHATZIT able to block the low and punish it with the shoulder and close it off with the down 2. WHATZIT stops the bleeding and secures a round. Tries to go for another Switchblade Ripper, but he gets ripped open.
Damn shame. Ripping it open live on stream is crazy on Tampa Never Sleep. Getting the Tornado of Souls at the wall. Trying to put some mega death into WHATZIT. Getting the hit confirm. Speaking of firm, this is going to be a hard amount of damage coming at you. Guaranteed quick back roll. 22-second. Perfect.
Yeah, the VLC media player definitely showed a whole different video for that one. keyofpoo able to close with the perfect, but now he's getting beaten up by WHATZIT with an instant counter hit out of the forward wall running 2.
Yeah, wall a little bit too close for him on the edge right there. Mad unfortunate, but the wall standing 1-2, that will do. Are we gonna see a kill here from this? No.
Not yet, but the follow-up could have been it, but WHATZIT not afraid to bring in the cold heat.
Get him. 14 frame Punisher could have been a little bit better, I think. I'm not sure if Victor has a 14 frame knockdown, but the mixed-up potential that he gets off of his smaller Punishers is still really good.
Back 1-2 would probably be his best Punisher there. If I'm back against the wall at least. But regardless, there's neither the hero there. WHATZIT goes for the low and tries to go for the grab, but both of them grab at the same time and tech grabbing each other.
Okay, down 2, immediately going forward, and then the down forward 1/1+2 string, sending it, hit it or quit it. Who is spitting on this one right here? Ooh. Gotta run that 10 hit.
Yes, sir. And now bringing up the plus frames and the mix as well with the back 4 and unable to duck the high. And you pay the price as WHATZIT feeling that high and able to close it out on the final round. Let's get one more match, shall we?
You can't let them do that, bro. You cannot let them run back 4-2-1 and then not do, you know, a sidestep, a sidewalk, a high crush. You know that the back 4-2-1, the last hit is only, I think it's only +1 if I'm not mistaken, right? And then they go into the jab string. You know they're going to, and he had heat. You just knew that he was going to do that. There was absolutely no reason for him not to in that situation. But keyofpoo, he wasn't feeling it. He was like, no, you won't. He's not gonna do it.
For sure. But guys, going to a final game and Twitch chat is alive. Do we want NorCal to win this or do we want Canada to take it? I want to see you guys' thoughts over here in this final game.
That's a good question. Oh, big running too. Don't tase me, bro. Oh, over to the wall you go. Ooh, spiking. He's been doing that a lot. And it seems like you can't quick back roll that, otherwise it would force a quick back roll. Is that a guaranteed follow-up afterwards? Or is that maybe like a bug?
I don't know, actually, because it didn't count on the damage counter, right?
Right? Yeah, it didn't. Right? Weird.
Beat him down. Oh my goodness, still goes for the shin, but the explosion won't catch the heat smash. Oh my god, I had to talk slow a little bit there because I actually didn't know it was gonna go through. But keyofpoo able to escape that tragedy and make it into a graceful round.
Bro, that was reminding me of the Tekken 7 slow-mos that we used to get with the Kuma back in the day on the demon flips. So sick, but WHATZIT TOOYA is like, you know what, I'm not worried about that. I'm worried about what I'm doing in this round. All the damage that I've found, getting this wall splat into this combo. No punish on the Hail Slicer is unfortunate.
Yeah, really waiting for the high there, but a little bit too late. And WHATZIT TOOYA has minimized the area for the walls now, and immediately going to plus frames and trying to push keyofpoo next to the fence, and nicely done to block it huge down back four. Able to break the fence and delaying the tornado to add a little bit more damage.
I go for the pigeon roll, but yeah, y'all not New York enough to be able to rock that. keyofpoo getting stopped right in his tracks by the heat burst though, and WHATZIT TOOYA fighting right back with these absolutely iconic Dragunov buttons.
Pressure incoming into the grab, and keyofpoo got caught pressing and unable to break it. Tries to go for the last resort of the heat burst explosion, but who needs heat when you got that damage incoming out of keyofpoo?
That's facts, that's facts. You know, we talk a lot about how strong heat is, but a lot of these moves, even out of heat, are extremely strong as well. Just like that down back four counter hit and throws, extremely strong. Not able to get the whiff punish right there. That's crazy how fast it has recovered on whiff, but keyofpoo not worried about it at all.
This is bad here. keyofpoo is on set point. WHATZIT TOOYA activating heat to stop the offense and going for the down two to get that counter, and now adding a little bit of mix afterwards. keyofpoo catches himself ducking, but will live with the magic pixel.
Oh, scary. WHATZIT TOOYA finishes off with the WHATZIT TOOYA down TOOYA. keyofpoo versus WHATZIT TOOYA. Final round.
He gets first blood with the jab, but keyofpoo jabs right back and chipping him down with the Excalibur.
Good side step on the heat burst.
Oh my god, that was sick! Oh, that was sick!
I can't believe he was perpendicular off axis. Oh my god. Both of the players have basically identical health, but WHATZIT TOOYA got the better half of it.
Oh, back 4-3 gets the heat dash and just goes for the shoulder and goes for it once again, and keyofpoo gets opened up by the 1+2 grab and tries to wake up with violence, but WHATZIT TOOYA stops him with the back two and eliminates.
Neither here or there. We got ourselves two Titanic superheroes of Tampa Never Sleeps right back, giving us the action. Emma Frost versus Sauron, it might be.
Who's Sauron?
Brother.
I'm uncultured, I'm sorry.
The main villain of Lord of the Rings.
Gotcha. Yeah, I never watched it.
That's crazy.
Yeah, bro, I just watched Tekken as Peeling is showing us a whole different movie from this back turn combo. You know how Peeling is with his combo execution, especially against big body characters like Jack.
That's crazy. He said, who's Sauron? He's like, the only cinema that I watch is Tampa Never Sleeps.
Yeah, I don't watch movies, guys. I'm sorry. I don't know what else to tell you.
It's literally the highest Oscar-winning movie of all time. Anyway, neither here nor there. We got Academy Awards for Best Combo. 2-1 clap gives you so much wall carry. 107 damage, and he barely got the maximum wall combo on it.
Yeah, not just an award-winning combo, but also, you know what? Never mind.
That was crazy.
Let me shut up real quick. As Peeling's
jumped
about
over
to
the wall standing too. Nasty.
into the AOP shoe shine.
Yeah, that fuzzy low parry that Joe Crush was rocking, he was definitely wanting to stop a low, but it was not happening right there. And I think that they made this matchup even harder for Jack. Although I will admit, Gamma Charge, Plasma Barrier has definitely been buffed.
Okay, but speaking of buff, Peeling is not letting go of this buff motivation right now, especially with amount of opening that he's found, but he didn't find the most crucial one. But it's okay, Joe Crush flinches on the last part, and Peeling was able to secure that win.
That was pretty fast, honestly. You know, Peeling was just kind of absorbing through osmosis what Joe Crush's game plan was going to be while he was sitting there breathing on the floor in that first game that ended up with Joe just being like, whoops, I'm back, never mind. Then that was tough. Joe just did not seem like he had the ability to deal with Peeling's evasiveness at all.
Nope, not at all. There was... how do I say it? AOP definitely helped out a lot, but the momentum that Peeling carried over through the next round kept on adding up. It did not help Joe's side at all.
No. Yeah, you can definitely say that again. Ooh, maybe we got some Kingpin, some Lex Luthor. Ooh, are we gonna get a little suplex here? Are we gonna see some throws like the Lex Luger? Ooh, immediately with the heat engager, but Peeling getting a great float.
Yeah, and he's doing such a great job catching Joe Crush in the air with just a single jab every single week. Joe Crush trying to stop its offense with the back 3 and then into the sidestep 1, but Peeling just keeps evading it with these sidestep right AOPs, and of course, adding it so much insult to injury with these counter hits whilst they induce.
You got it, bro. It is what it is. Like every single Oki situation, Peeling puts himself in another advantageous situation that you just could not see coming. I mean, you got to expect it from the Ling specialist, but it's just so daunting and so difficult to deal with.
Wait, wow. There's a lightsaber right there. Who's bald and has a lightsaber?
Mace Windu.
More like main sway loss after that one. Peeling is on set point after 2 quick rounds. Joe Crush is on the brink of getting sent to the loser side here, real quick.
Bro, I can see Joe Crush is fed up with this character already, dog. Literally already. Immediately going with the Gamma Charge Plasma Barrier. No heat dash on that one. Cannot keep Peeling from back flipping and evading the Gamma Stop Gamma Charge. Crazy 5-head move.
Another counter hit from that one more time. Peeling is about to send Joe to the loser side. But wait. 1 pixel is all he needs. The original Crush. Can you perform? He's about to make some noise and tries to go for the big boot afterburner, but Peeling able to read it and instantly ducks, sending Joe Crush to loser side.
This is RV Cris.
RV Cris defeating Cuddlecore, Divine Exorcist defeating WHATZIT TOOYA, Chizioni defeating T-Balicious, and Tomoriru defeating Victeemo. And now we're going into the next winner semifinals. Another classic. Rare Sides KingReyJr versus Liquid's Shadow 20Z.
I'm all in. I'm all in on my channel points. I don't know how many channel points I have right now, but I know I'm all in, and you know who I'm all in for already out there, chat. There goes the Assassin's Dagger from the Blue Spark. Counter hit. Shadow 20Z putting you right up on the wall, roasting you like you're on a spit. Getting the penetrator. Ooh, he first not whiffing. Great spacing by KingReyJr.
Yeah, but immediately that space gets closed out as Shadow 20Z uses the Aphrodite Scorns, everyone's weakness, the booty, to secure the round. The 10-on-10 Shadow's TNS victory, he has a multiple.
Yes, Shadow has the 3rd highest amount of TNS victories, right below KingReyJr and Joe Crush.
Nice whip punisher of the can and going for that 50-50 mix-up with the mid. But Junior exposing Anna's lineage and going for the sidestep to the heat dash.
Jeez, the combos that you can get off of this character now. Huge damage, 84 of it. Charge it up. Lord have mercy. Fire it up, let the engines roll. It's time to burn it down. Shadow 20Z bringing it back though.
Down back 4 into the pleasure time mix, but Junior able to get out of it very quickly and charging up that boot.
Dang, Junior's like, I got some full crouch mix for you.
Oh, yeah,
wow,
we got
straight
mix. That up forward 1 is so terrorizing, man. Especially with the non-Well Gusto buff, just gets the guaranteed damage and pushes Shadow 20Z away, and just like that, Junior is up 2 rounds to 1.
Dang, nice break on the throw, 100%. I would have gotten slapped by that one. Full forward 2. Shadow trying to go and move a little bit more in the weirdness, like those weird strings, and KingReyJr is just being able to adapt so well.
Shadow 20Z giving Junior a lot of respect here because there is 30 seconds left to play, and Junior catches him with the heat smash and adding a lot more damage with the floor burst as well.
Okay, not punishable. Shadow 20Z has to wait. Aphrodite's Scorn gets punished. Ooh, booty. And not the good kind right there for Shadow 20Z. His win record is looking like it's turned into liquid. It is liquefying versus Rare Side's KingReyJr. Spirit, what's happening?
Junior just played like Junior. He's got all the momentum he needs, and he knows that Shadow 20Z isn't gonna challenge a lot. So, what does Junior do? Plus frames on plus frames on plus frames. Oh, here's a string. I'm not gonna finish it until you press something. And that's what happens with that up forward 1 barrage. And crazy. Then, before that, the charge up while standing 3.
Yeah.
That's how you know that's how you know KingReyJr is sitting rent-free in Shadow's head right now.
It's tough. Like, we talk a lot about how this character doesn't have a lot of great lows. Like, down 1+2 is the best low, but now you give them that full crouch. I think it's full crouch down forward 3. That big charge.
Yeah, the charge
right?
up, yeah.
Yeah, and now it's like, okay, well, character doesn't need lows when you have the ability to have the opponent sit there and just eat chip damage.
Here it is again, up forward 1 into the mix, but he doesn't have non-Well Gusto, and realize that Shadow 20Z immediately challenged with the down back 4, and now carrying his momentum into the right hand sweep into the lovely Tom combo.
Wow, yeah, and had another 10 damage ready to go. Ooh, big cans, flutter kick in the middle of that one. 56? That's pretty good.
Yep, for an instant tornado, that's very good. Nice step out of Shadow 20Z out of the exerciser, but the off axis makes the combo drop.
Interesting. It's kind of crazy that Anna's down forward 1-2-4. The third hit does not counter hit launch. There goes that upward 1-2. We know that one extremely well. That counter hit launcher.
Yeah, thanks, Quizzy.
Yes, Quizzy.
No, just look at it. Shadow 20Z not giving a lot of respect anymore, and Junior presses on the forward 3-2 and is now in trouble. Shadow 20Z trying to close it out quickly with the heat smash, putting him on the debuff, but Junior able to get the damage in to take away.
Bro, you talk about not showing respect. This is absolutely the way we playing out here. Disrespecting 8. Ooh, running 1+2 perfect on that counter hit. What are you gonna do? Are we gonna get a wall? Oh, I think KingReyJr is gonna take it all right here. And that one is a huge momentum swift for the Florida aficionado.
Yeah, keeping it classy to his name, KingReyJr Jr. bringing in an absolute cinema of a round with that sucker punch. Staying alive here, and now Shadow 20Z's got 2 more chances to work with.
Yeah, you're gonna have to be very active to be able to deal with me because you don't want to get hit by this debuff. You don't want to take even more chip damage, right? Oops, sorry, you got the sidewalk on you.
And look, the way he realigned the combo, he spent the heat burst early and then does a sidestep. And now the offense just keeps on adding up for Shadow 20Z, stopping KingReyJr every single time with the heat smash. Ooh, again! Catches Shadow 20Z stepping. Big punches comes in, big damage comes in with a big ender from the Rage Art.
We saw a sidestep right from Shadow 20Z. KingReyJr. caught him with the down back 3, and then KingReyJr. is like, I bet he wants to step again. Big wire running 1+2. He's killing it.
From an 0-2, no launch punish out of the 4-2, but set point versus survival point here, and now Junior is stepping again. Shadow 20Z and Shadow getting combo backwards.
Tough. Another catch on the sidestep. Shadow 20Z is in trouble and almost getting to the wall. There goes the heat burst. Ooh, my neck and my back. And Shadow 20Z ain't coming back, getting his win streak. As we get closer to that, we'll get some more information for you. But Divine Exorcist versus RV Cris, it's gonna be an electrifying match. Star-studded, you might even say.
Oh man, and right now the stars are aligning for RV Cris because it starts off with a low parry. Tries to go for that side slash 2-1 into the engager, just like what he asked for. And next thing you know, closes it with the perfect.
That's definitely what you like to see at the beginning of an important set like this, especially against a regional rival like Divine Exorcist.
Remember when back 3-3 used to launch and counter hit?
Dark times. Dark times. back when we used to say Claudio was playing Tekken 8.
And now here we are, really playing Tekken 8, and damn, he does it so well with the heat dash and catches RV Cris Present with the Starburst uppercut, and just like that, Divine Exorcist shines on through.
Ooh. Getting that big old boot to you. Get that Hurricane Sword. Nice sidestepping on the heat burst into the down forward 2. 1-2s. Got the 4-1+2 heat dash. Not working out. Divine Exorcist not getting the back 4-1. Can RV Cris close it out? He can. This is some crazy pendulum swinging.
It's definitely even on both sides. Divine Exorcist trying to catch him with the low with the Sky Slash Nova, but no one's home.
One team of breath. RV Cris is ducking afterwards. Got the big power crush. Divine Exorcist trying to get that map advantage. Now it's a big scramble for who is going to be able to get that wall. And Divine Exorcist fights his way out with the Superman punch.
Catches him staring from the guard break, but RV Cris trying to retaliate back with the shield bash, but now utilizing the T, putting him into a different form. But Divine Exorcist, this man knows how to exercise his demons, but RV Cris doing a good job pushing him to the barricade.
Yank did not know that he was not going to be able to block that first hit. Got the wall standing 2 though after ducking the string. Man, I think we got ourselves some people that know the matchup here.
The character matchup and the player matchup doing its dividends. RV Cris starts it off with the shield bash as Divine Exorcist continues to try to step out of the Phoenix shift.
Ooh, tried to go for the down jab, but RV Cris was moving laterally. One of his best features as a player. He's always moving, always difficult to be able to pin him down. And speaking of pinning down, pinning him against the wall, we like that.
With the help of his friend, RV Cris using that tag team matchup, bringing it all the way back to nostalgia, right here into present day, into this Mexican standoff. Wink, wink.
Now, that was a tough one right there. Honestly, we saw the Spirit Gun, Yu Yu Hakusho style from Divine Exorcist. Got the full charge on it, and kind of weird that RV Cris didn't go for the immediate reaction and getting a sidestep or a power crush or anything else. Honestly, I think he could probably have even parried it. I'm not sure if it has the armor breaking capabilities. It looks like it might, but it was weird to see him just deer in headlights on that.
Yeah, not a lot of back 3 calls as well. Definitely knowing how Divine Exorcist plays its pace. Oh my god, speaking of pacing here, RV Cris starts it off with a counter hit 2-1-2.
Big ol' sidestep 2, waiting for it. Divine Exorcist waits and is able to weather the storm. Huge amounts of recoverable life, but unfortunately drops the combo and is going to lose his heat, but not without getting the heat dash.
But man, what a step into the backwards guaranteed. Divine Exorcist looking in trouble. He does have heat, but he then spends his Starburst. It's going to be a tough call here for Divine Exorcist to finish it, and unfortunately he does not, as RB Cris secures yet another round.
Now, the big open stage right here you would think would go really well for Divine Exorcist with all of the great poking tools that Claudio has, but RB Cris has been really difficult to pin down. Big ol' low parry right here, and we're going to see a lot of wall carry, never mind commentator curse.
Steps out of there, but unable to evade it, and nicely done to not overextend on the back 3-3 to able to punish it for RB Cris.
Ooh. Okay, back threes. Going for the Starburst Shoryuken. RB Cris gets that big Clive rush into the Hurricane Sword and then finishes it out. Can RB Cris finish Divine Exorcist right here? Or are we going to see a spiritual comeback?
He really has got to exercise his demons here, and this is how they're going to start it off with a wall running 2 into an instant heat. This is going to grant Divine Exorcist some Starburst power as well, but a decent life lead is what matters here with 40 seconds left to play.
For the Power Crush. Can RB Cris bring it back right here? Beautiful sidestep. Doesn't get the down 4-2 though. Could have gotten something a little bit extra. Sidestep to 1 to try to keep the pressure on. Can Divine Exorcist weather it? Nice. Ooh, we like that with the forward 3. He's coming back.
Yeah, great sidewalk there out of the lunge. And now he stops the bleeding and continues to add a little bit more defense with that low parry. Divine Exorcist looking online now. The trade into... Whoa, interesting there. Okay.
Very. Human Breath. Divine Exorcist fighting right back. Huge sidestep left, working so well, bro. I've never seen somebody sidestep Superman Punch as many times as RB Cris has. He's just got the timing ready to go.
Oh man, now he's trying to catch him opening with the Berserker into the guaranteed defeating shift. Divine Exorcist looking frail right now.
Trying to lock him down. RB Cris, though, using those quick buttons and had plenty of life lead to be able to keep it going. And Divine Exorcist cannot keep it up with the game 3. And RB Cris is going on with what we see on the screen here. Xiaoyu versus Tomoriru. This is losers round 1 to see who is going to fight Shadow 20Z.
Yo, is that an Ash cosplay for Xiaoyu?
Ash from
League of Legends.
Oh.
Damn!
Whoa!
It had enough recovery time to dock the boot? That's insane.
Yeah, that was a Tekken 7 style amount of power crush, giving you extra frames. Tomoriru ready with that shove though to get the float.
Oh, that was a counter hit right there on the get up kick 3. Tries to go for the homing mid, but Xiaoyu not ducking just yet. And Tomoriru goes for that early heat smash and catches him stepping once again with that homing mid.
Oh, sidewalking, but not being able to get what they need immediately. But she does still have this. You get the full crouch down forward 1+2, and that allows you to get the guaranteed rage art on a safe on block mid.
Shout out to Chanel for discovering that tech. Unlike the very early days of Tekken.
You already know that Chanel the Lab Monster was going to show us. Honestly, do you wish sometimes like they would keep it to themselves and then just show it off in tournament?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, like, I mean, it's all well and good to be able to do it for the clout, but to be able to do it for the win, to swag it out, and be like, you get what? Speaking of which, nice while standing 1-2 punish to be able to get a punish on the drop kick here, but unfortunately, No recoverable life for Chizioni. There's a lot of risk over anything that you do here.
But look at the damage dishing out for Chizioni, immediately equalizing the health, but it doesn't even matter as Tomoriru immediately closes out the round with a 4-4 neutral 2.
Ugh. Damn, 49 damage into plus 17. What do you mean? Damn, and that goes through the wall?
Oh yeah, that wall was already penetrated once, so remember the double wall break.
Dang, getting penetrated twice on stream is crazy. Tomoriru trying to do the 4-2-1 and going for the big call out, but nothing happening.
Bringing it all the way here. Walls have gotten closer. Tomoriru still playing on that range 0 and able to get that counter hit toe kick into the DDT.
Ugh, nice punish, but unfortunately not a big combo. Still a lot of good damage though. Chizioni playing that spacing game as Alisa players are wont to do. What a great sidestep reaction.
Oh, well, Chizioni wants to say hello to the world, but instead he gets greeted by the heat engager by Tomoriru. But back up against the wall and immediately goes for the heat smash to get some ground. And instead he gets the
Yup, through the wall. No, Chizioni not allowed to take it. Oh, there goes that uncop kick. You gotta expect it when you got an OG on the other side of the sticks. And now we got ourselves a final round. That's what I like to see.
We like that.
We like that, yeah.
We like that. Oh man, a shining wizard for your troubles to get further blood in the final round. Chizioni brings out the destruction stance, but Tomoriru has got the defensive stance going on right now.
Wow, long range on that slide. I had no idea that you were going to be able to get to that tip range. Honestly, it doesn't even look like you could get a launch punish in that situation. But who needs a launch punish when I got a giant swing coming at you?
Goes for the heat smash immediately, trying to go for some mid, trying to catch Tomoriru ducking once again. But he just continues to get chipped out, and Tomoriru is not afraid.
Chizioni is overcoming, but Tomoriru able to overcome that oppression. Appreciate you as your level 7 for coming on over with the party at 8. Thank you so much for that. You are just in time to catch our top 8 losers side. Tomoriru versus Chizioni. That was a crazy comeback that we saw from the King Connoisseur.
Hate to say it, but right now, Tomoriru is pushing Jakeman and Gisandi aside, and he's about to take the throne.
I don't know about that one, Chief. All right,
no,
Gisandi
man,
and
he's the
Jakeman
one
not in
showing
this
up,
bracket
bro.
right now, so they can't be defending their titles like that, but I don't know. We're going to have to keep respect on SoCal.
Is that Cynthia?
Cynthia of Pokemon Platinum lore?
Is that the champion?
Champ. Let's see if Chizioni can put their stamp on Tampa Never Sleeps history.
Bro, you hear the piano playing in the background. You know you're scared.
We got the organ and the bass is slapping. Couldn't get that. Nice DDT though. I know you was hungry. I know you missed dinner time because you're in the bracket. How about I give you something to chew on?
Oh my god, goes for the mid this time, thinking that it was gonna go for the homing, but he gets caught up with the uppercut. 10 seconds left to play. Tomoriru on rage as Chizioni barely there, but he's continued to chip him down with the chainsaws and bait him with the rage art. Nicely done for Chizioni.
In that situation, do you throw for the swag or do you do the hot kick right there?
Whatever kills.
I mean, they both kill.
I probably would just throw.
Yeah, I like the throw. You know, I like the idea that you give throws a reason to be shown out here, especially after breaking your opponent's radar. Dang, that's crazy that the Heat Burst didn't catch Tomoriru standing.
Shoe shine again. Yeah, I'm definitely with you on that one, Tony. Especially with the Hoppy being in the air with the heat burst, definitely not having a float state. But damn, cheesy Yoni chomping him down with these sidestep chainsaws right now.
Definitely going to be able to sidestep. That's crazy, because Tomoriru went for the giant swing, it looked right there. And if only he was in heat, it would have been homing. That's unfortunate for him. Buff King.
He's done. Nice dodge, a critical one, but instantly responds back from Tomoriru to gain all the health back.
Wow. Such a difficult mix-up to deal with. Damn if you do, damn if you don't. They did not have the health to be able to take that.
Oh, there it is. Not even using the heat. Goes for the raw destruction stance by Tomoriru. Able to use that super potion to keep themselves alive and keeping his momentum clean.
Wall crush you get on that one. That is so oppressive. Huge amounts of damage. Ooh, but Cheesy Oni is coming right back, trying to destroy the rest of that life bar. 42 on it. We like that.
Could have maximized the combo as well. Could have went to Tornado, but it's gonna pay it right back as Tomoriru brings us into a set point versus survival point. Oh my god, is this... Oh, we're about to see a show, but Cheesy Oni able to break out of the chain grab, but he gets brought into the heat engage of the 4-2-1 by Tomoriru. Ooh,
didn't get the 1+2-1 and into the wall splat, but didn't need it. There goes the heat smash. 17-second. Perfect. And Tomoriru right here. Ooh, Joe Crush versus RV Cris. Guys, get those channel points ready. I want to see some numbers popping up.
Here we go. Immediately catches RV Cris ducking and able to get that guaranteed crouch grab into the engager. But god damn, the plasma bear to get the whirlwind punches. RV Cris is looking in trouble.
RV Cris knowing just the right time to do the toe smash there. That's a rough one. Can we keep it together though?
Fortunately, it gets broke down. But RV Cris trying to glue it back together after this shield bash.
Rise and shine. Shoot the whoop. RV Cris still just locking Joe Crush down. He's almost never whiffing any of his tools. He knows his spacing perfectly. Get over here.
Yeah, speaking of spacing, let's just close it down and tries to go for the updraft. Big mistake there for RV Cris as he gets paid with a fluid combo. Oh my god, and now the Devil Snatcher completely whiffs as Joe Crush able to wake up, sidestep, and punish him with the bear hug. He has a chance to bring it all the way back, but RV Cris able to get up and grabs him.
Another one. Oh man, Joe Crush not getting the maximum off of his sidewall combo is uncharacteristic. Tries to go for the forecast down 4-2-1, but wow, RV Cris able to backdash. Just knew that Joe was going to go and delay that button enough that a backdash was going to be able to get him huge amounts of capitulation. But Joe ready to go and give it right back.
You want to kip up on me? I want to give you this 10-frame heat smash. Hold up.
Like that. Uh-oh, you are in trouble. I can't believe that he was able to recover after that. And he didn't even spend the heat to do it. Make some noise. Pop up on him into the volcano blaster.
Yeah, make some noise and raise the roof because Joe Crush is on fire. 2 rounds to 1, but RV Cris matching up the heat with this heat engager and pushing Joe Crush once again to the wall.
Slide on him. Joe Crush with his back to the wall has just been basically the tail of the tape so far. And Cris popping him down there. 18 damage doesn't seem like a lot, but when you only have about 20 of it left, it can mean the world. And Joe is struggling right now.
Yep, final round here on game 1 and immediately closes out the distance and brings in the shield. RV Cris once again on fire and he got 3 stocks from Zetsutuken.
Far away to be able to get the Devil Snatcher, but Joe Crush coming up and getting more of these. I guess he's really expecting to see power crushes after the hop from the Gamma, and he's been doing really good at calling these out. Dear God, chat. What a wall splat. Oh my God, can you clip that? Jesus.
I have never seen so much Gamma energy in Tekken in my life.
Bro, I thought we were watching Marvel there for a second. All that Gamma radiation, it was looking like the Incredible Hulk.
Bro, I don't even know, man. I don't even know if that's Darth Vader, or if that's the Hulk, or if that's Hulk cosplaying as Darth Vader at this point. But bro, that was massive. That is definitely a clip worthy right there, and that's
like 130 damage. It's like 130 damage in like 6 seconds. It's crazy.
When's Marvel? Fridays, 8 p.m. Don't miss it.
You already know. They did it twice last week.
Yes. And I think they did it twice as well on the week before. They did Parsec for UK, and they did Parsec for West Coast.
We like that.
Yes, sir, for the community.
Mm-hmm. Dang. Cris is so good at getting these whiff punishes. Beautiful usage of the Gamma How into the Gamma charge. Gonna go and push forward. When you are being framed tight after make some noise, you are very susceptible to high crushes and ducks. Cris was ready for it. Big wall carry. 69 damage. It's showing out to blow up the wall. Interesting.
Yeah, but he's blowing Joe Crush up after the heat smash. Doesn't complete, but he's able to step out of the 10-frame heat smash and punishes it perfectly with the 1-2.
The missile doesn't drop anymore if you block the first, or if you whiff the first and second hit. I always thought that the missile would drop. Is that a recent change?
Honestly, I didn't really quite notice, but yeah, now that you mention it, the missile didn't drop. But you know what? The combo will drop that time as well, and Cris is taking every opportunity to gain momentum right back with these shield bash.
Nobody blowing up the wall. Joe Crush trying to go for the Magic 4, but Cris putting him up to the sky and never letting him touch the floor until he's down.
2 quick rounds for Cris to bring it to a final game, but Joe Crush once again with that Gamma shield to absorb the damage and retaliate back with the Whirlwind Punch, and now he's about to make some noise with this combo.
Ooh, making some noise with this wall right here, and finally blowing it up with the perfect timing for it, because he needed that for the kill.
Extending gameplay here for Joe Crush. He secures one more round, but Cris immediately starts off the 4th round with the shield bash.
Oh, wow. And then going for the Gamma into the plasma barrier. Gamma charge. Got that red bubble. Ooh, can he keep it going on? Cris is in trouble.
Look at all the gray health, and this man says, "Don't run away from me." But Joe Crush said, "You should have kept me away because we are here. Set point versus survival point, and he's got you downloaded with the programmed uppercut."
Dang, the 2-1 clap even catches on a wall combo as well. What doesn't it do? It cleans, it freshens, it mops, it disinfects.
And most importantly, it mogs. But right now, Cris once again with the shield bash coming in clutch, regaining a good amount of health back.
These reactor elbows, they now have a guaranteed follow-up afterwards. That must be what Joe Crush is going for. And it is safe on block and forces crouch. No, he didn't catch that. It was going to... It's fine. It's fine. Joe Crush hit it and made Cris quit it.
The beast versus the beauty. That is true. That is
true. The beast versus the beauty. That's exactly what we have right here on the Elegant Palace, where the beauties belong, right in front of the throne with Violet.
All right.
This does kind of look like the ballroom where the beauty and the beast would dance.
Canon. This is straight canon.
Absolutely. Tomoriru, very defensive in his playstyle.
And switching out the offense with the armor, able to get that huge big boot into the tornado, rewarding himself back into ground zero. But damn, Tomoriru immediately goes for the Jaguar dash, doubles down, but he gets caught with the receiving end of Lovely Tom.
Lovely is right. Shadow 20Z not being able to get through that glass right there. Able to recover quickly enough after the sidestep 3 is so important for them. And Tomoriru getting clapped on the snout. That's what I'm talking about.
Okay, so I noticed something. Was that a raw hit of the shove? So if you get a raw hit of the shove, debuff does not go away. Yeah, it has to be a true damage.
It must be a damaging hit. Wow, that is a very good notice that you have right there. I definitely didn't know that. Very nice. So like those 0 damage moves are not gonna be able to do it like the laying down back 3. Okay, I'm learning. No punish? What are we doing?
Activating heat, that's what we're doing, and we're bitch slapping in here as well, trying to catch him up with the hop knee, but Tomoriru gets shut down by Lovely Tom.
3 shoves in a row. If at first you don't succeed.
Do it again.
Ugh. So much damage, bro.
Oh
Gut punch. Straight through the fallopians. Good lord. 88 damage into the wall crush. Why does that move have wall crush? It's so good.
You're about to get crushed here with the giant swing. Does not reach the wall, and he's gonna close out the range with the Jaguar dash, but Tomoriru gets picked up by Shadow 20Z after whipping right in front of him. Just like that, Shadow 20Z's regained a good amount of health back and a good position as well to work with.
Taking the chip damage for breaking the throw, and you know what? I would rather the chip damage than this. Chip the blower at him.
You can't keep getting away with all these giant swings, man. Oh my god.
That's how it's done. What are you gonna expect? They have you back to the wall, you run the giant swing. It is what it is.
Just like the way we're running this 50-50 mix-up, Shadow 20Z able to get the counter hit on the down back 4 to get the guarantee as well, but he is feeling that frenzy, and it pushes us into a final round.
And Tomoriru, not really known for doing the down 4-2 counter hit very much. Shadow 20Z, not worried about taking the 50-50 versus the forward 2, and really staying composed and staying conservative. But damn, another one of these giant swings, 70 damage.
Counter hit as well. It's in smaller window frame to punish, but he tries to go for the side step 4, but he gets caught by the 1+2-1 by Tomoriru, pushing Shadow 20Z into full shadow time now. 30 seconds left to play, and he's got all the resources, and he's able to start it off here with this pickup after the Jaguar dash low.
Okay, oh man, we thought that we were gonna see the rest of it into the balcony break. Tomoriru tried to run the heat smash there in the corner. Ooh, that's like the only thing that you could have done outside of a high crest to be able to beat that throw, and it worked. Tomoriru ready for us.
Damn. When are you gonna stop the offense, Shadow? Damn, he really got called out. Damn.
Stop. What is that word? Stop.
The opposite of go, in which Shadow 20Z did not do.
No, I mean, and I think it was after the wall running 3 low, which I think gave wall crush, and he went for throw. If he had done a faster option that wasn't a throw, it would have been over, right?
Get ready for the next battle.
I don't know if Jab would have won. Actually, I don't know.
That's a good question. Gotta look back at the numbers. Gotta bring it back to the TI-84. Check the calculator. Can't calc you now. Can't calc you past. Shadow 20Z on Midnight Siege. He's finna spread it out here for us. We're getting a game 3. I already know it.
This is Shadow on game 2. He switches up the momentum here, but will he pull it off against Tomoriru?
Ooh, he's running the Chaos Judgment at a long range roll. Very interesting and risky.
And now he's switching it up. He's now using the Tijuana Twister, not going for the extra wall damage. But that still regards the same results as he's still on high ground. Jaguar dash into the Jaguar homing into the alley kicks.
Dang, even with all the movement that Shadow 20Z is doing, Tomoriru is just able to, like, nail him down with the low blow. Wow! Bro, the commitment to that counter hit.
Not going for mix-up here, but now he does, and goes for the low, and Shadow 20Z ready for it again, and now ready for the pickup. Activating the heat, gain a little bit more health back, and putting Tomoriru into fragile status.
Look at the counter hit, 68 damage into wall, 96 damage on that wall combo.
Listen, it was a lot of damage, but it was all with Eternal Love. Damn, another counter hit for your trouble. Shadow 20Z changing the temperature here.
Dagger, Tomoriru trying to go for those big pushes. Remember, there's 0 on block, plus 7 on hit, and counter hit, you already know what happens. So one of the best tools in the game, not to mention the 9-frame startup. But Shadow 20Z, don't worry about none of that. Keeps the spacing game tight for the 23-second perfect.
Yep, let the Jaguar cry and let the Banshee scream. Shadow 20Z trying to close game too quickly, but Tomoriru able to answer back, but immediately gets shut down by the right-hand sweep by Shadow 20Z.
Like that. Okay. Here's the amount of chip damage that Tomoriru is taking after getting the fragile debuff. That is rough, and it gives wall crush after you're with your back to the wall. I think, and now you can give your opinion right here. I think that wall crush is one of the most oppressive tools in Tekken 8 right now.
And a specific low crush, or just low crush itself?
Wall crush. The, you know, where you block a move with your back to the wall and it's like, oh man, I'm like minus 20 something, right? I think Jin has a few of them. That happens to you with all sorts of characters when you have your back to the wall and they have the big plus up block moves, right? And it gives extra chip damage as well.
Kuma was one of them.
Yeah, Kuma. Wall crush is so fake. What are we talking about right now? Wall crush is fake? Plus 20 something is fake? We have a wall crush that's only plus 2? Numbers. I don't know about that one, Chief. You're gonna have to give me some of that. You know, I haven't labbed every single thing in the game, but I haven't seen a plus 2 wall crush. You're gonna have to teach me some of that, Chief.
Alright, now Shadow 20Z is definitely teaching you a lesson. Sidestepping has been working its dividends, especially with these launchers, and now Tomoriru once again is fragile, but he's able to kick it out of here from the Fluffy Tom barrage.
He bursts. Okay, fighting his way out with the Jaguar sprint. Tomoriru getting caught with the jab string. Shadow 20Z staying tight, using that poking ability, but Tomoriru going straight for the hop knee. I don't think this kills, though.
I think this does.
You lose the scaling from the wall.
Nah. I thought it'd be a little... I thought it'd be too much damage from the scaling, you know, because it was early. But alas, I was wrong, but Tomoriru is still able to gather that round.
This is that spussies that we talk about in the fighting game community, right? But once Nooch is over, we brawling and we all in. Shadow 20Z going for the Chaos Judgment stance. Honestly, maybe we should see some more of the Chaos Judgment due to the fact that it auto breaks throws.
The thing is, he is doing a good amount of Chaos Judgment, but it's just not in the right range. Alright, here comes the low barrage here by Shadow 20Z. Down back 4 into the sweep, and into another low. And now he's blocking the lows out of the 4-4 neutral 2. Shadow 20Z equalizes the round, just like that.
It's kind of crazy because Tomoriru, he's like, I'm going to eat 4 lows, and then I'm going to try to heat burst. Thinking that Shadow's not going to go low again. And Shadow's like, you're right, I'm not going to go low. I'm going to use my 13-frame heat smash. Just the first hit of it. Yowza. Yeah, Shadow tries to go for the big sweep. Nothing doing. Time to see if Shadow 20Z is gonna go to sleep. Is Tomoriru gonna be the Sandman, or is Shadow 20Z gonna show up with a different game plan?
Oh man, so far the blueprints is still the same though. Sidestep down forward 2 is making its dividends, but the Banshee will not finish the stream as it whips out completely, but Shadow 20Z stays ducking after the heat dash and catches Tomoriru with the right hand sweep.
Step on me, yes please. Shadow 20Z using the down 4 into the Chaos Judgment, and Chaos is what we get, and Judgment is given upon Tomoriru, and we got finally final round, our last of the first of 2 sets.
Oh, he tried to go for yet another big combo from the round start. He gets punished immediately by Aphrodite scored. Tomoriru looking in trouble after the debuff, but he's unable to get fragile, but he gets poisoned again.
Go. Still having to deal with the full cartridge, but unfortunately Shadow 20Z couldn't finish it with the wall combo. Does get the wine opener to finish it out, and Shadow 20Z is moving on finals. Can Pling put himself into grand final winner side to cement his opportunity of finally getting his second first place victory?
Yes, sir. And with that, shoutouts to Paragon with the rate of 119 viewers. You're just coming into the nitty gritty of top 4. Welcome everyone to TNS Tekken 8 number 63. KingReyJr are Pling just like what Foxhound said, and right now Pling has first blood, immediately taking 50% health away out of KingReyJr. Damn, trying to go for the armor, but KingReyJr denies that with the can immediately and about to dish out a lot of damage and pretty close to equalize the health. Heat on counter heat, and KingReyJr wins the fight. Gets caught by the sweep. KingReyJr back up against the wall, goes for the Tooth Fairy with the Nanawa Gusto mix-up as well. It is floated, so it's a bit scaling, but he's able to get out of the wall. No punish on the forward 2. Pling just let that go. We got 10 seconds left to clock, and KingReyJr has all the chance to make this comeback, just like what he does. He had an opening, but Pling stops it with the jab. Block on the ground pound there by Pling, but unable to get the hop kick, keeping it safe. Damn. Junior tries to go for the can, but it cannot deal that damage as Pling able to sidestep out of there and launches him himself. Nice force bomb as well to get another launcher, and Pling putting KingReyJr up on the wall, and this should spell out round 2 for Pling. Nicely done. Junior trying to stay alive here, trying to fight back. Trying to catch Pling ducking with the inner strength, but he's the one getting hit from the counter hit while standing 2. Pling is just carrying momentum game after game, round after round. Not ducking yet. He has all the resources, trying to get some vitality back out of the heat engager, but Pling stayed down with the AOP and exposes Junior on game 1, 3 rounds to none.
Yeesh. No round brown and winner's final game 1 is crazy. And you already know we're feeling that vitriol. You know we're feeling that fire. Because Pling has just been itching to get this spot. He's itching to get this 3-0 in the grand finals and finish it out right here. He was so close to resetting the bracket last week, and KingReyJr just would not let him have it. And so you gotta expect that he wants this winner's final win.
Let's see if he's gonna be able to carry the momentum once again coming up to game 2, but Junior immediately going off for the gas and trying to match his temperature. No charge up that time, but he presses on the side step 4, and Pling rewarding himself another counter hit.
Ooh, big Sabaki right there. No blocky. Shout out to my man Rhythm. Jeez, KingReyJr still finishing it out even though he dropped the combo.
Bro, I gotta know what's KingReyJr's success rate with these heat smash. Oh my god, you're trying to evade me out of there? Let me ask the wish from the Tooth Fairy and get myself my damage.
It makes me feel like Asuka's KingReyJr. Asuka's Heat Smash is easily one of the best in the game, especially since it has that 5-frame low crush as well.
Talking about best Heat Smash, definitely
Yeah.
Ling is up for contender as Peeling showcased to us, but Junior, not afraid, immediately challenged right back.
Wow, 12 frame mid, just in case Peeling was trying to move after that double palm strike and striking out more like.
Nice block on the Hypnotist low, and Junior exposes Peeling once again, but yet the miss input of the down jab costs his life as Peeling responds back with a counter hit while standing 2.
Down for 2 and we're canceling. KingReyJr. not going for cans or anything that are immediately trying to challenge. No punish on the Demon Slayer. Oh my god, see you later. But there goes Peeling, and he is getting he's punishing himself and being able to what in the gods?
Oh no!
What was he went in a Hypnotist and then he orbital 3+4?
Who was really hypnotized there?
No, is it maybe he thought that he could go into back turn and then do the dance off axis because you can spin in back turn? I'm confused. Link players, help me out. What were we on?
I think I don't even know. He really should just held back. He knew he was gonna do that. Oh man, I thought he had enough time to cancel. That's so painful.
Yeah.
What's up, Tento? He's not shaking his hand. That's crazy.
I'm not shaking his hand. That's wild. No, I mean, for what? You know, the only reason you can't even shake your own hand after that one.
Round 1.
You feel dirty on yourself.
With such a very promising start by Peeling, this just falls down on game 2. Let's see if he's able to pick himself back up, or will KingReyJr. carry the momentum. So far, Peeling is definitely carrying the momentum and sending KingReyJr. down once again to the balcony.
And we're gonna get the 4-2-1-2 into the orbital finisher. Nice toe kick to be able to keep the pressure, but Peeling goes for a Heat Smash, jumping over into the mistrust. Y'all, I'm gonna need the clip for this one. I don't even see the end of the round before I know what it is. I have seen the writing on the wall. I need it all. Thank you very much.
Yeah, this bracket, as a whole, has been very clip-worthy, and thank you, the players, for making this one extremely enjoyable. As Peeling, once again, is just being an absolute menace on the offensive side.
You said it right there. Menace to society, even menace to the entire community. Peeling gets the shooting star. KingReyJr. could really use a wish right now. That down back 2 got the perfect spacing.
Another shoulder breaker. And now Junior looking in trouble as Peeling is now bringing up this AOP mix with the shoe shine and of course with the sidestep 4, but the AOP hop kick catches Junior with the ground pound. This is gonna spell disaster after the heat burst.
And they were on the correct axis to still get the 4-2-1-2 into slam dunk. He's on fire. We are straight up 3-0, 3-0, 3-0.
This has been the fastest set so far. 3-0 to 3-0, 3-0, and winner in winner's final. So far, every matchup has been super one-sided.
Yeah. Every matchup in top 8, you mean?
This match specifically.
Yeah.
Not for everyone,
But actually, as you say it, right, I'm looking over at the rest of our top 8. We have only had one match that was a 2-1. The other matches were all 2-0s.
Yeah, the 2-1 was definitely Shadow 20Z and Tomoriru, and that one went all the way to the distance. It wasn't like a 2-1 with 3-0s for both sides.
Yeah.
That was a whole brawl, but this one, there just seems like both of them just hate each other.
I mean, they know each other's style so well, and they realize that you just cannot give an inch at all. Sidestep 2 immediately going through the glass. KingReyJr. ready to kick some ass, but the sidestep 2 heat dash not allowing Peeling to be able to move further away. Peeling goes with the full forward 4, gets the wall crush, and KingReyJr. is in trouble.
Notice how in the first two before the heat smash, Peeling utilizes the homing move the most because he wanted to keep him there against the breakable glass. And now he's keeping him there, but the shooting star does not grant him the wish, but he grants him the whiff.
It's crazy. The sidestep 2 heat engager gave that glass break, but too far away just by a couple of inches, wasn't allowed to give him the wall break completely in that situation, but he did keep the scramble together. Let's see what we've got from Ling. KingReyJr in heat is he's a force, a hurricane even.
Yeah, but the tornado's gonna get shut down immediately by the fire of the Phoenix, but Peeling drops the combo on the most important part, and Junior immediately stealing turn back after the heat dash.
Get over there. Into the corner. Oh, got him touchdown like Kurt Warner. Back one. That is -10 unblocked. That's a damn shame.
Yep, another wall jump perfectly executed by Peeling, and Junior catching him against the wall over and over again.
The exact situation that we were talking about earlier. Oh, the destabilizer. That was kind of wild. You could definitely get a bigger... I mean, you could have got a guaranteed punish, but went with the throw instead. This ain't Virtual Fighter, son.
This man wanted this style. This man heard you. You want to go for the kill or you want to go for the throw with the swag?
Okay, 1 down 2. Is that hit confirmable? He seems like delayed a little bit. I'm not sure. Nice. Wake Up 4 is able to catch Peeling out of the running 3, so they don't have to deal with the AOP. KingReyJr gets 42 damage off a full combo. That's pretty damn good.
Yep, I got 2 tickets for the 3-ring circus and to the wall carry as well. But I have a VIP ticket for the heat smash, but Peeling bought something else, but he falls down, and we will see on the next round. Survival point here for KingReyJr.
He can make it happen. I believe in a game 5. Peeling knows how to stay alive. Goes with the raccoon swing, trying to keep KingReyJr with his back to this wall. He needs it, but KingReyJr knew it. Got that full crash down 4-2 into 65 damage. I think it's time. Damn, I really thought he was going to get that whiff punish into a launcher.
Oh man, Peeling also tried to hold the Hypnotist to gain a little bit heat back, but Junior realizes and closes out the range to have him extinguished. 30 seconds left to play. He has a lot of regained health, but he immediately gets erased as Junior finds him with a sidestep 2 heat dash and bringing us into the final game.
We like that. We like that. I knew it was going to be a game 5. It just has to be. There's no way that this goes one-sided. Grand finals of last week ended up the same way. Question is, will it have the same outcome? Will we get that final round, KingReyJr eking it out versus Peeling? Or will Peeling find his way to the top,
look
like the cream of the crop?
Look where we are.
Yeah, this is definitely a tough one. However, let's not forget, those smaller stages allow Peeling to get that 4-2-1-2 wall combo into the guarantees, right? And we saw already last game what we can do with dastardly side walls as well as Ling Xiaoyu.
Gonna use that wall jump to get away, but he's trying to get that huge hit as a sidestep 4. And immediately with sidestepping, he's able to switch the sides. Now Junior is back up against the wall after the wall explosion. But with the way they're fighting, never mind. He step in and the 1-2-1, the last hit, able to reward him with the wall burst, and now he's able to extend that combo.
Oh, bro, Peeling was trying to go for some nutty stuff right there. Got the AOP. Peeling had to deal with KingReyJr essentially being a completely third dimension, fourth even. 10 seconds remaining. Wow.
Damn! From my
I had no
whip
idea.
grab?
Okay, so do you think that maybe that KingReyJr was a throw break?
No, I think that was a rage
It was
art.
fast.
Yeah, I think that was Junior.
That was crazy. That was Junior. That's nasty. You say he got reactions like that. You know, I cannot discount it.
Bro, it's KingReyJr Jr. How you gonna believe it?
You're right. You're right. I forgot who he was talking about for just a second. Excuse me.
For the respect on our boy, man. But damn, we also gotta put respect where it's given because Peeling demands it after stepping on KingReyJr. but he's not gonna get it after dropping the combo, but the back turn armor catches Junior stepping.
Good googly
Shit,
moogly, what are we
clip.
doing?
That's a clip, chat.
Back turn power crushes. Remember, guys, that's what he was missing. Yo, the last time that I saw Mistrust large punish, I swear it was Tekken 7.
Okay, stopping this offense with the heat burst, but Junior goes immediately, wakes up with the full crash down 2, but peeling catches Junior flexing on them with the heat cancel and punishes him.
The jump over tech. Healing. He's running the static shock, Oki. I've seen it a million times, but the sidestep 2 is gonna show you a different rhyme for the end of this song. Oh my god, can he finish it?
He tried.
No.
Nice block on the low, but the spring kick is gonna seal the deal.
You know what I need, Peeling. I know you're gonna give it to me. You're a man of your word. You're a showman. Can KingReyJr force the quick back roll here? Nah, he's not a Link player like that. You don't know what's going on out there in these streets.
Yeah, you're right, because he's an Asuka player. He's gonna throw it down, but peeling, trying to find some room to breathe with the heat burst, but KingReyJr not gonna give him the room, but he's finding it with the shoulder breaker.
Oh, Hypnotist Peeling does not get the opportunity to use the heat smash, and unfortunately that will be his last moment. We will not get the final round. KingReyJr puts Peeling into the ground. Z versus Joe Crush is coming at you. Reminder, this is a first to 3 set loser semifinals. As the TWT standard has changed, so too have we at Tampa Never Sleeps.
Gotta keep it professional here and keep it professional standard. And you know, we are gonna do the same damn thing because we are the damn best. Shadow 20Z starting off with a sidestep 2 once again, by the way.
Oh, missing that wall combo is tragic. Get that big counter hit into the Aphrodite's Scorn. And Joe Crush looking like he wanted that sidewall, but he couldn't see it coming. Kept it together, though. This is one thing that we know Joe Crush for. He is going to sit on top of you, and he's going to oppress.
Here comes the poking game with the 1 into the down back 1, just keeping it simple, but Shadow closes out the round here with the swan dives.
Notice that Joe Crush is specifically using that quick mid tool, that forward 1. There it goes. 49 damage for Reactor Elbow. Now you can get a guaranteed crouch throw that maybe would have given Joe a better wall advantage, but Joe never has a problem keeping his back to the wall.
Not that time.
I mean, he's not afraid to have his back to the wall is what I'm saying.
No,
That,
yeah,
you know,
that's true.
We live at the wall, we die at the wall.
Gotta bring the sword with you. Wow! Going for the Chaos Judgment, immediately canceling it to go to the roll to crush that boot. But, you know, rolling too much might have caused the problem here as Joe Crush uses the programmed uppercut and get that raw launcher.
Damn, far away, but still got 81 damage off of it. That's the power of Jack 8. Wait. Can we finish it out? QCF1, I really thought counter hit right there, but Joe is ready just with the dash ups. Look at him. This is what we know Joe Crush for. He backs up into the wall. He is not afraid at all of your pressure. What you gonna do about it?
And realizing that he's the one has to commit here, chipping Shadow 20Z out, but now it is Shadow time. 10 seconds left, all the ground hit, but Joe will not let you lead as we wake up with the wall standing 4.
Bro, the way he just backdashes into the wall. There's so many people that, like, I've seen get coaching from top players, and they're like, dude, what are you doing backdashing into the wall? What is your purpose backdashing into the wall? And to them, I would say, well, Joe Crush does it.
Shadow Seed is immediately running out, but he finds an opening with the wall running 4 into the lovely Tom explosions. With heat, he's able to keep it safe, but that's not safe for you. This is complete danger as you continue to reach. But it doesn't even matter. Shadow 20Z falls out of the combo and punishes Joe Crush with a right hand sweep and closes it with the Rage Art.
Damn, that was real unfortunate. He seems to not yet have mastered the 2-1 clap into the wall carry, which is crazy because, you know, we do not know Joe for dropping combos.
We really don't know. Damn, but he's really good at starting one. Able to block that sweep one more time to get that wall standing one.
There it is. Doing the jump into the Oki. 14 frame punishable. Basically knocked down. Shadow 20Z sidestepping. Not yet getting the punish off of that lateral movement. Joe is poking, but not getting too much on the pulverizer string.
Nice punish! Does he go for the heat that though? Yep. No!
I don't know if that is legal, chat. We might have to get ourselves a ruling, because that's an item move, right?
Yeah.
Like. Okay, so our ruling is that game 1 goes to Shadow due to the usage of the item move. So we've got to make sure that we're not using item moves in tournament, especially in loser semifinals. We're back in it. Shadow 20Z up 1-0 in the game count.
And that's how it is, and both of them still on track, man. No steps missed and going right into the action. He's able to get the hit as well with an extra damage out of the carnival punches, and Joe Crush looking pretty good here on round 1, upsetting Shadow 20Z into the wall and on Rage, and he's ready to clap on him.
Jeez, the amount of damage that makes some noise does at the wall with the low wall slump is so nasty, and it seems like it gives you a lot of advantage too.
Damn, debuff with the low bazookas from Lovely Tom does a lot of damage on chip. I just realized that.
Yeah, like a huge amount, especially with your backers to the wall, you know?
Wow! You're gonna jump on it, but no, man. Try jumping on the right-hand sweep. And Shadow 20Z makes it connected. It's still going for the lows to secure that round. 1-1 here on game 2.
Definitely bouncing on it right here. Yeesh! Jumping back. I want to kiss myself. Can he get over to this wall? Yes, sir. 81 damage, and that extra full crush stomach one is essentially guaranteed unless they tech roll. Youch.
He's been going a lot with mid options when he gets into that overhead 4-3, if I remember correctly. But damn! Banshee screams, gets silence out of the plasma howl, and Joe Crush absorbs all that damage and converts it into his own.
Okay, no dock on that. Joe Crush jumping back, playing the spacing game really well here.
Damn, what a catch there by Shadow 20Z. Knowing that Joe Crush was immediately wanting to close the gap, but he does it first and gets a launcher, but Joe able to sidestep out of there, but it doesn't even matter. Back four catches it with the tail spin, but the combo drops. Joe has a chance to bring it back. Oh, he has a lot of... Oh my god, look at this damage incoming.
What do you think about this Rage Art right here?
I agree. Takes away all the great health here, and that gains him 13 health back. He should have the life lead.
Damn, it had an extra 10 damage on that and reduce all of that recoverable life, as you said. Plus, ooh, guaranteed step on me? Oh, we like that.
Final round situation. Nicely done to break out of the Volcano Busters. But both of them have been playing so even right now.
Jumping. Hey, gotta deal with it into the frame tight. Shadow 20Z is in a tight situation. That's the classic stuff right there.
when in doubt, go back to your roots. Down back one into another back one, you know, switching up for a high to mid. And now secured the round, and just like that, even though it went to final round, it was quick, and we're back here 1-1.
Back and forth. Ready to go. Now, the small stage seemed to work really well for Joe. He just kept Shadow with his back to the wall, and we've said it a million times. Joe does not care if his back is to a wall. He just backs up into it. Doesn't matter. He's rocking it. And honestly, he's just a renaissance man when it comes to flowing in and out of big stage, small stage. Does it feel like stages have less gravity to them since we've had the random stage select change?
Define gravity. Is it like with the random selects not picking certain stages, or is it more like gravity towards the player?
I feel like what I mean is, like, on Tekken 7, they got Forgotten Realm, you're like, oh man, this is big. Some characters got Infinite Stage, oh, this is big for that character.
Yeah.
And it feels like in Tekken 8, it matters a little less?
I can see it. Yeah, I can see it, because there are some characters that definitely benefit from Forgotten Realm or like from Gisa's stage. Example, Lee with the wall carry, and King, obviously. Definitely, I can see where you're coming from. How it doesn't really gravitate to a certain character with these certain stages.
Yeah, it's definitely like some characters have really small wall carry, and some characters have really large wall carry, and some characters have really great wall breaks and wall blasts. So, especially with their heat smashes, it can be a big thing. But sheesh, the Don Quixote going crazy, insanity trying to do that last hit and thinking that Shadow 20Z not going to duck and punish you for it.
Yeah, did you see the bazooka just completely miss Joe and just probably hit the bridge on the other side?
That would be insane. Just straight up pushing him through to the Eiffel Tower.
Yeah. It's a heat seeker. 20 seconds left on block right now. Shadow 20Z is on heat. No, he does not. Goes for 0 on block. Up forward 3 to the penetrator, trying to get the debuff in. But it's just continue to jab out.
Wow.
He continues to do so and challenging. And damn, there we go. Shadow 20Z stopping his offense for the down back 4 and getting that round.
I feel like you do the heat smash at the end of the windmill string, and you get sort of an option select because it is a high crush. And 13 frame, it won't punish the last hit of the windmill punches, but you at least get that, like, boom, you're gonna get chip damage and whatnot. Damn, what a quick punish right there with a full forward 2. Shadow 20Z was ready for it.
Yeah, wow. The Headless Horseman able to catch that perfectly. And now here comes the wall crush into the heat smash by Shadow 20Z, and tried to sidestep once again to the right to get that evasive maneuver, but Joe Crush was ready for him to catch him. Speaking of catching.
We're gonna cash out. Ooh. Damn! Almost got the full wall combo. Joe Crush basically not having to deal with that debuff fragility at all.
Notice that Shadow's actually challenging a lot more when Joe is flexing on him and trying to absorb more damage. But now, speaking of absorbing the damage, oh, wait!
Just letting Joe Crush sit there because he's expecting the particle barrier, which, like, you know, very fair. Does not throw as a punish. It could have killed. Is he going to live to regret that decision?
One low can definitely do it, and the forward will secure the job. Did you notice Joe, he was on debuff, and then he was able to get the grab? Even though it was broken, that takes away the debuff.
Oh, maybe because it does chip damage?
Exactly. So maybe if they take that away, could they possibly take that debuff also? Or, I mean, will the debuff stay?
That's a very good question. I don't know. Shadow 20Z getting the cross up. What are we doing out here?
That felt like it was booty, but it was 1-2 into Hammer Chan's elbow, which is a heat engager. Compared with a regular assassin dagger, that one will guarantee a heat dash.
That was crazy.
And that was really interesting because I did not know the elbow has a good amount of tracking.
I mean, Jack is gigantic, right? So like he's huge, so his hurt box probably gets hit in situations that most characters wouldn't get hit.
This probably also could be situational, considering that they were in the most corners of corners.
Yeah.
Possibly.
Get ready for the next battle.
I mean, Tekken hitboxes have always been such that they are not... I mean, it's not like they either track in one direction or they track in another direction, right? They're more complex. And it's that complexity that gives us the wackiness, those, oh my god, I've never seen that moments that you always get with watching Tekken, whether it's Tekken 5, Tekken 6, Tekken 7, Tekken 8, Tekken Revolution. Let's see what we can do for the revolution of this bracket, though. Joe Crush trying to get himself a Game 5 and stay alive. By the way, for those of you that didn't know, Joe Crush's first Tekken was Tekken Revolution. The more you know.
It's definitely revolving around him because the way he's been winning, man, oh man, we could be possibly seeing another one unless Shadow20Z has something to say about it, because right now the jabs are definitely doing the speaking, but Joe Crush's guard break is definitely backing up the conversation, but immediately gets silenced with the 1+2 grab. Oh my god.
Go forward 4, tumbling, but unfortunately not quite doing what needs to be done. Now, what do you think about this rage art right here?
Same old thing. Taking away all the gray health and getting a good amount of health back, which compared to Joe Crush, that is crucial with the amount of gray health he has left.
Yeah, and he got 13 health back for it. Canceled into the seed planter. That's a nasty Oki.
Definitely could have worked both ways. Damn, he shoots him away and gives him the debuff. Joe Crush looking fragile alongside with all the colors.
Ooh, he took a lot of damage for that one and got no reward for it at all. Shadow20Z still sitting at basically 100% health here.
Uh-oh. No, he doesn't get the back 1+2 guaranteed. We'll get it this time, though.
Shadow breaks. Gets the good wall positioning. Joe Crush doesn't get the punish that he maybe wanted in that situation. Shadow is playing the spacing game and just a little bit too far away to be able to get the punish he needs.
Yeah, and Shadow's actually playing the perfect spacing game here, if you guys think about it, because with full crouch mix, Anna has a lot of range to cover both lows and mids.
You're right about that. Oh, he jumped back and Shadow20Z said, I already know the crack that you're on, bro. I already expected it.
Oh, great health gets, yep. Not great health. Purple debuff gets taken away, and it really is taken away because he feels buffed after this full connection from the string.
This is crazy damage. Mugging into no wall combo is not. He could have gotten like another 25 damage if he had gotten wall combo right there.
The gods that gave you grace and gives you another penalty. Joe Crush tries to go for the seed planner, but Joe Crush protecting his ankles and exploding the wall and adding a little bit more damage with Aphrodite scored, but that is a whiff that we are
Ear. That's a damn shame right there, but Joe Crush gets what he wanted. And in the mountains of Peru, in coffee country, Joe Crush has woken you all up on Tampa Never Sleeps. 11:55 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Shadow time all the time. It's crazy. This is only loser semifinals.
Yep. And crazy how it brings us to top 4 to get our final games. Such a huge shift here from the rest of the matches.
Get ready for the next
They all want this victory. And we're gonna settle it here at Into the Stratosphere for Game 5.
Which character does this stage best benefit?
Both, really. First one who gets the hit. First one who gets the confidence when they're back up against the wall.
But it feels like, you know, like, these walls are tough to get a good splat on. I feel like Shadow 20Z might benefit from those scramble situations where Joe might go for tech roll into one of those quick lows. He goes for Chaos Judgment. You know, like I feel like Chaos Judgment is really strong, just like that right there. Yeah, right?
What a dog doesn't want to deal with your 10-frame heat smash and put you back up against the wall, and now I'm the one on fire. Now here comes the 50-50 mix-up you were talking about when you're back against the wall. But it doesn't even matter. Down back 4 into the hammer chance 1 to get that extra damage from the heat dash.
Guys, isn't that how you want to go out? I'm just saying. Oh boy. Shadow dealing with the plus frames.
A lot of plus frames on Shadow's side, just getting chipped away. Now he's on range with 35 seconds left to play. Now here comes the collapse into the mix, but Shadow able to stay alive from the wall standing 4 to activate the Rage Art.
He's gonna do a ridiculous amount of damage with a low health. Reminder, lower health means higher damage.
79. He activates heat right at this moment to have a little bit of advantageous position, but Joe Crush closes it off with a battery ram and equalizes the round.
There goes the Gamma Charge. Starting up. 14 frame Punisher. Goes for that bazooka afterwards, but Joe is just immediately poking back. It seems like Jack is really good against the fragile low because of how, you know, that quick Jack play style.
Yeah, the quick poking can immediately get him out of that situation. Oh, you trying to jump out of here? Let me talk to Booty. But man, don't let your heels finish the conversation as Joe Crush able to low parry, but he's able to break the grab for Shadow, but still the position is still on Joe Crush's favor.
Oh, another flash kick finish. Flashy. Shadow 20Z said, I want you to watch the movie Dance Cowboy.
Last resort call out. Shadow 20Z with the big brain play with the backflip, able to crush lows, and of course that keep up from the body press, and that sets Shadow 20Z into set point. He's able to duck the boot, but he's unable to get the punish.
Go for the Aphrodite score, and look at the poking right now. And Joe Crush not watching his toes. Joe Crush more like toes crushed.
Hold on though. 30 seconds to play. He's able to break the grab, but Joe Crush maintains his position. 30 seconds to play. Tries to go for the back wall +2, but Shadow 20Z continues to step to the right. Oh my god, he moves on forward and gets hit by the second hit of Joe Crush's heat smash.
And it still did 48 damage. Oh no! Cross under, but in the opposite of the situation that you wanted. There goes the 2-1, and it's time, Spirit. Final round.
So many opportunities thrown away by Shadow 20Z, and Joe Crush has the opportunity to go to loser's final. But Shadow 20Z continues to bring in this pressure.
Oh.
Armor right back.
Really difficult to deal with, and that is guaranteed if it was off the counter hit. I couldn't see it with my elf eyes, but what I can see is that Shadow 20Z would be good.
We did it for the people, Tony. That's what I did. You did it for the people.
Losers finals. It's time. The Great Saiyan Man versus, or Great Saiyan Woman, excuse me, versus the dominating dominatrix. Liquid Leader versus NorCal's Peeling. Somehow still unsponsored.
Please sponsor this man.
We're moving. Peeling knows exactly the right time with a wall running 3 into the Art of Phoenix. And Mr. Yotsuya with the gifted subs, as well as the Shamsi with 5 as well. Appreciate you all so much for incentivizing and supporting Tampa never sleeps.
You know, dogs bring subs, you know what I'm saying? It also brings a good amount of sidesteps as Peeling puts in full trust out of that mistrust to get the round.
Dang, it's crazy. We got subs and doms on the same stream. That's nasty. Peeling, catching Shadow 20Z, stepping, and this is looking like it's going to go the distance already. I can smell it.
Nice challenge out of that string from the get-up kick by Shadow 20Z, but Peeling is the one waking up with violence, putting Shadow 20Z immediately on rage, but nicely done to step out of the AOP 1+2, but you can't step forever. However, you did give him a chance to live.
Wow.
But not so long.
Shadow 20Z was like, I know you're going low, I know you're going low, and just at that last moment, traded with the down jab. It's tragic. Whoa! Yo, worst case scenario.
But best case scenario for Peeling, and best case scenario for us as Mark giving that gift sub to Kilo. Appreciate you, Mark. And welcome Kilo to Team Tampa Never Sleeps on the subs. Nicely done!
Yeah! Chaos Judgment stance gets that auto low parry, and look at the reward.
Putting Peeling on fragile state, but immediately getting that deflop taken away. But Shadow 20Z looking pretty with all the resources on hand.
Woo. Yowza, heat smash, 54 damage right in time.
10 seconds. Shadow 20Z does not have the lead. Now he does, and he's got to be really careful here because he is fragile right now. 3 seconds left. Shadow 20Z is going to run. Goes for the sweep. No way!
There's no way. Listen, it happens to the best of us, the mid-best of us. Chicago, guys, you're not gonna live this one down. I'm sorry, brothers. Medina, you're not gonna live this one down.
He caught Shadow sleeping.
He did.
And in Tampa Never Sleeps. Bro.
I don't know, Chief. Yeah, guys, I need the clips. Hell, we've been doing top 10 clips of the week over at the Wall Splat Weekly Report, but high key, I feel like we could have a top 10 just in Tampa Never Sleeps for this week. It has been a ridiculous amount of clippable moments. Just, I've been gawking this entire tournament.
Let's rank it. Let's rank it.
Yeah, let's run it.
We can use your green screen for like what we did on your birthday party, like a news report kind of thing.
Oh yeah. Don't threaten me with a good time. Bring your ass over.
Oh, yo, talking about a good time. This ain't Anna Williams anymore.
Round one.
Zafina, we finally get to see how Shadow 20Z has deigned that. Shadow says Zafina. They killed Zafina, but then she said, no wait, she's better than ever. Let's see.
Especially with the installs that she has gotten out of this patch too. Oh man, let's see how Peeling's going to adjust because right now Shadow 20Z is quickly adjusting from the character switch.
Spike him down into the guarantee. What about now? I did not realize that you were going to be able to get that. Maybe Shadow didn't realize it either. Couldn't get the pickup.
Right now, he's the one getting picked up as Peeling getting that wall, sending two counter hits, sending Shadow 20 all the way to the wall next to the surfboards, but now going for the Hypnotist mid to add a little bit more pressure.
Three, okay, moving forward. Shadow 20Z using the full forward three, and the Jazz hands getting punished. Shadow, good God, took a lot of damage off of that.
Yeah, activating the heat to get a more damage output as well, and to get the install. But the wall splat into the aerial tailspin to maximize the combo. It doesn't kill, but that's gonna set up one interaction left to take Peeling away. Doesn't release the whole string, goes in the stance, and Peeling challenges it.
Down forward one. You gotta expect it. You gotta know that Shadow going for the small stuff. What? What is that pushback?
Hey man, it really did the job. It pushed you away. Oh my god, I just watched it from the other screen. Maybe it was because it was back turn from Peeling smooth choice?
Peeling? Yeah, maybe the completely wild interaction right there. Peeling, using the sidestep 4, trying to fight their way in. You already know the Heat Smash is coming, but Shadow 20Z is not gonna allow it.
That Shadow Claw just catches Peeling's AOP, and here comes Azazel's power and bringing in the curse.
Yeah. Sheesh, there's only so much that you can withstand. It's straight up Imhotep on Naxunamon, Egyptian evisceration.
Brother, what did you just say?
I forgot, you don't watch movies.
Bro, that was a hell of a tongue twister. That was sick. But yeah, man, talk about a switch. We went from Anna Williams for the first 3 weeks, and out of nowhere, we get excited to see Shadow Zafina come into play.
Get ready for the next battle.
It has been a long time since I've gotten a chance to get my eyes on it. I don't even know if I've seen it in Season 2, but my eyes are just absolutely glued to the screen. Secluded Training Ground. We haven't seen this stage all night, I think.
We
Maybe
saw
once.
it once against Sly Tiger and Big Dame.
Right. You're always one to check me on this thing. That's why we're so good together.
Sometimes. Sometimes.
I didn't know that you could finish that string in Scarecrow stance.
Yeah, he did it the first game where Peeling actually challenged, but this time Shadow switching it up here very early as well. That's a wall break too? Into the heat crash?
Why not? 105 damage. Oh my god, you block the low and you try to punish and there your life goes.
Hey, wait, why is Zafina actually sick now? Wait. Shadow 20Z really opened up this this character.
She has all these moves that now push you so far away, which is like, it's not exactly poking, but it's not exactly combo damage, right? But like her keep out game is just insane now.
A good amount of homing moves just given to her, but right now, Peeling has the lead. Shadow 20Z is decreasing in life using Azazel's power, but it's still a very even match because he has all the resources. He's getting chipped down quickly, but able to block the down back too. Shadow, how do you respond back to take care of Peeling's self? That's one way for sure.
He lost a little bit of health, but because he was in rage territory, he lost even less of it. Uses the aura, spends the Azazel Egyptian energy, and Shadow 20Z is looking to get 2 no rounds back to back.
And what's great as well is that Peeling actually tried to go for that instant parry out of the down back too, trying to catch Shadow pressing, but Shadow actually waited. And with patience comes with a prize, but Peeling is very antsy right now, trying to close the range as close as possible.
Yeah.
Counter hit with the low.
That dynamic 3 working very nicely. Shadow 20Z is playing this spacing game absolutely perfectly because he is making Peeling come to him, but Peeling has decided the P stands for patience and punishment.
But will it be perfection? That's the question. At the moment, is looking pretty good. Able to crush the wall running homing move with the AOP, but Shadow 20Z is playing it cleanly as he could and dissecting him with Azazel's power.
Yeah, 100% going straight through the rib cage, anatomy style, sidestepping to the right with the block on it just to make sure that they weren't going to get hit by the heat burst and just had the perfect spacing, the perfect axis. And Shadow 20Z, 1 game away from Grand Final versus KingReyJr. We have not seen him in a Grand Finals in quite some time.
Yeah, I feel like the last time Shadow 20Z was in Grand Finals was the week of Frosty Fausting, if I remember correctly.
I'm going to double check right now, as a matter of fact. I have to see. Now, obviously, you know, Tampa Never Sleeps isn't the only bracket that happens every week. There's plenty of brackets, but TNS is the one that he consistently makes it out to, and he has not been in a top 2 placement since number 56 the 25th of February, which would have been a month after Frosty Faustings.
A month after. What did he lose to? Was it Joe?
Let me double check. I think it was Junior. Hold on. Double check. He did win the week of Frosty Faustings.
Yes.
And that is 100% something. He did lose to Joe that week.
Gotcha. Listen, Combo Breaker's coming up. You know who won top TNS the week before Combo Breaker? Shadow. Every time there's a event near Chicago, Shadow 20Z, the prophecy just tells that he's going to win. But right now, even though Combo Breaker's on the horizon, he's definitely on the path to try to take this victory, sitting with 2-1 score lead. I can't tell the spectator glitch.
I'm hoping not. Because I need this last match.
Oh yeah, let's go.
And
right, we're good.
let me just say, Leroy!
Interesting. Out of all the characters that Peeling has, we had the Lydia, we had the Yoshi, we have the Fang. But Leroy!
Yeah, this one not on my bingo card for Tampa Never Sleeps number 63 at all. But Leroy did get a lot of buffs in Season 2. He has certainly got plenty of... Is this a Bob Ross? What are we on?
Painter Link coming up.
Painter Link. Nice dog. Now, maybe he was expecting that he, would be less practiced against a Leroy player. Jeez. Look at the Oki on that. The Oki on that is super good.
But the thing is, you may think that it may be because it's less practice against Leroy players, but you need to remember that he has a brother that also plays Leroy in the name of Junior 20Z.
I didn't know that Junior had himself a Leroy.
Yeah, he switches Leroy from time to time if Mishimas don't work.
Sheesh, got you with the ankle into the chain punches. God, that's a lot of damage, but Shadow 20Z trying to get it back.
He's running out. But, oh, that actually reached on the very end while he was on a Tarantula stance.
Yeah, and it was so far away, I really didn't expect that to land.
It definitely looked like a whiff for sure, but, here or there, Peeling able to get that round, and they immediately continue the momentum to get that counter hit. Channel 20Z looking in trouble here after this combo.
Only 61 damage, though. We're still alive. The cans from the sidestep Hermit are definitely showing new elements of the Leroy gameplay. But Shadow 20Z, his keep away has still got great elements of it itself. He didn't do the heat smash to punish. Very interesting.
No, and now that takes away a huge problem away for Shadow 20Z. No more Kane threat is huge.
Yeah, especially like he doesn't have it in final round.
Yeah. And this is where it gets a little tricky. Shadow 20Z is one round away to grand finals. Peeling needs to commit with the Leroy regardless, but he has no Kane to work with, and he's getting chipped down fast.
Yeah, I feel like the Kane would be great against these Tarantula stances. And now, like, Peeling doesn't have an answer. Okay, he found one in the steel pedal. Maybe that could get him somewhere. He's continuing to use that heat, but he's lost that pressure.
So that Can has a lot of plus frames into the wall stun as well. But now Shadow 20Z, 30 seconds left to play, has all the resources, but not a lot of life. What a whip punish there, trying to catch him stepping, but he catches himself whipping. It is now set point versus survival point. Peeling has a chance to bring it all the way back with the heat burst, but unable to get a float combo. But the Hermit stance denies the offense and protecting his lows.
Dang, that leg is long, girl. Sheesh. Shadow 20Z dying with heat a couple of times this game already. So it's definitely something that Peeling is taking advantage of. Tries to go for the throw because that absolutely would have been the best time for the heat burst. Shadow 20Z uses the heat burst now. Is in rage, has all of his resources.
You know what time it is. You know what time it is. Still going all for the ankles. Trying to go for the mids as well. But Shadow20Z is not ducking on the orbital. But he gets caught by the string by healing. What a block on the low. And nicely done to get that perfect punish with the heat smash. And Shadow20Z in with Zafina even on the first set of Grand Finals.
He's feeling it. What do you feel about this?
Oh, we are getting a reset, most likely. Now.
Oh. I like that. Ooh,
bro, the
starting
classic?
on the Genmaji Temple. Bro, pressing on that string, you know way better than to do that, brother. Bro, this is the Arslan Ash. Every time Arslan Ash would play somebody in tournament that he had never played before, he used that string to be like, do you know how to deal with this string? Do you know how to punish the second hit with an 11 frame or faster? And KingReyJr, he got caught. He knows how to deal with it, but he got caught pressing on it.
And with that, brings in quite the evidence for Shadow20Z's momentum because he immediately gets that round up.
A little bit too much backdash in there. Not getting his whiff punishes.
Nice. Talking about whiff punishes, KingReyJr was a bit too short from the down 1+2, and Shadow20Z able to find the right spacing to get the launch punish, but doesn't get the right wall carry distance to get the wall splat. But speaking of wall splats, here we go. Shadow20Z even delays the last part of the string to maximize the damage and to gather that round.
85 damage off whiff punish into heat. That's crazy amounts of damage that you can get. Honestly, wall combos, they hurt just as bad as half the other combos.
Oh, that could have been huge. I believed in that one.
For sure. Yeah, he was just a little bit late on reacting to the duck. And KingReyJr said, thank you so much. Getting away with murder.
The 3-ring circus ender will not have reach, it seems, but that one will, and we're going from one wall to another. But Shadow20Z able to sidestep out of there to switch positions.
4-2, not doing heat dash. Very crazy. He was like, I'm gonna hit confirm this, but the fourth one's the charm, I suppose.
And the first one finds its strikes. That is the first heat engager that we've seen in a while from that string specifically by Shadow20Z. And just like that, Shadow has the life lead. Oh my goodness.
Next up a 4-1-2. Working out really well for KingReyJr. Big whiff. Shadow kind of go for some Sabakis, but Shadow20Z is staying really conservative.
Backing away, not even punishing the back three, but he gets caught once again on the last second.
I've seen it a million times, bro. If I've seen it once, I've seen it a million times. Last second, KingReyJr wall running 1+2 into Rage Art. KingReyJr Jr.
Versus Shadow time, huh?
Yeah, no, that's what it is. We've got KingReyJr Jr. versus Shadow Time. Those are the perks that they picked when they began their stories in the Fallout universe and in the Bethesda style system. Safe on block 4-2.
In the air, but damn, even if it was floated, that's still a good chunk of damage. 28, but speaking of good chunk of damage, this is the whole meal.
Oh, not gonna get to use it though. Finished it off. Had to be pixel perfect. 107 damage.
Numbers don't lie. Numbers don't lie. KingReyJr. able to get that quick comeback from an 0-2 deficit, make it a 3-2 to get the first game in Grand Finals. Now, folks, Shadow20Z is on the loser side, so he has to win this set, and then the next set coming up in order to win TNS and Tekken 8 number 63.
It has been a minute since we've seen Shadow20Z on top. I think it was since that Frosty Faustings wins that you mentioned earlier, 3 months ago.
Get ready for the next battle.
It's quite some time, man.
Yeah. And it's crazy because it's Shadow. He's part of the Big Four, the syndicate, the organization.
Right now, Shadow Junior, Joe, Peeling are definitely like the Mount Rushmore of Tekken 8 online tournament results.
Absolutely, yeah. Couldn't have said it better myself.
And one of these two players are about to add yet another title in their resume.
Who says poking is dead, y'all? I'm just saying. Shadow 20Z, the master. It feels like Zafina's backdash is still good, but it's definitely not as good as it was comparatively in Tekken 7.
Yeah, agreed. I feel like that's a good ruling for majority of the cast, for sure.
Ooh, Sabaki. Got him. Round start. Remember now, as of Season 2, you can buffer moves at round start.
That's right. That makes a lot of sense. Tries to go for the Nano Augusto power-up, but KingReyJr catches himself pressing out of the generic grab. Unable to break that window and uses the Nano Augusto one more time, but he doesn't even need it because he relied on the back three, the Dragon Wheel Kick, to secure that round.
He's spitting. You got Azazel, the Crystal Dragon of power, versus what, King Bowser? Dragon Wheel Kick, the flamethrower,
the Koopas, the Koopa power. He's gotta be really careful because he doesn't want to get caught by that big sucker punch, but he gets caught by the up forward one instead. Able to sidestep the down 1+2 and evade it and punishes it perfectly, and Shadow 20Z collects 2 rounds up now.
Yeah, it's Bowser. I know it's Princess Peach and Daisy, but they've absorbed the power of the king that once had power over them. Come on, guys. Keep up with the lore.
Star power.
Yeah. These two are definitely stars, celebrities in their own rights in this scene. Oh my god, the reactions, emphasis on action. We are clapping. Doesn't even want to try for the wall, says I can get the kill right here.
Another final round situation. And he releases the third string, and Shadow 20Z reaches and pays the price. This time he doesn't reach on the second hit string, but continues to go for KingReyJr's ankles. Gets him out of the stance, and now Junior is just foreboding Shadow 20Z with the up forward ones. And again, when the time he gets connected, Shadow 20Z flinches.
Shadow has rage. He has heat on deck. Should he choose to use it? Goes for the down 3, gets the counter hit. I don't know if he's going to be able to safely engage in heat.
He does not. He takes a ride on the 3-ring circus, and Junior finishes the comeback once again.
Would this be a 3-0 victory for the Florida aficionado? The rare side rarest, the holographic one.
Will the king continue to keep wearing his crown at the very top of the mountain? The mountain of Tampa never sleeps. Will he push Shadow back into the beginning? Once again, Shadow has 3 chances, actually not even 3, 1 chance left, as Junior has 3 chances to take the W.
Oh, he's got 5. No, 6.
He does have 5.
He has 6 games to play with right now.
Technically 6, but he wants to get this done.
Here we go. A lot of damage, 49 of it. Shadow 20Z expending some of his own life to be able to get this combo, but a little bit off axis is tragic.
Oh! So, interesting. Going in the stands will not put you into a crouch state, so unable to crush Exerciser.
Very interesting. Very, very interesting. And so it's really interesting, the hitbox to hurtbox interactions of stances that you think are like so low but especially when they're in mid-animation.
Right. So maybe the hurt box was still being expanded throughout that.
Right, through a hit.
But man.
Yowza. Bro, just straight up Scarab Lord Shadow 20Z, just stealing the health from KingReyJr.
Just like that, 2 rounds up on the board, and KingReyJr is not having it anymore. Protecting their legs with the hop kick. This is gonna be a lot of damage. 79 incoming with more, with the Kanken as the wall carry.
107. Take it to heaven. 4 of them things in a row. He said, you're gonna have to stop sometime. You're gonna run out of that 90 Augusto. All I have to do is block. You ain't got enough chip damage to make me press.
Yeah, turn up the knob here from 7 to 11 as Shadow 20Z. Able to duck that streak and closes it with a no-round round of his own.
Okay, but that was kind of fire. Can I get a clip on that, chat? Honestly, like, the amount of pressure, the amount of chip damage, the aggression that we are seeing from KingReyJr. just rocking the baseball swing consistently, and Shadow being like, and?
There has been a lot of matches, not sets, matches, that could be a contender for the fastest match of the night.
I remember we saw an 8-second round earlier with Kuugo versus Tommy.
Mm-hmm.
And Joe versus Shadow. It was Joe versus Shadow?
Peeling versus Junior.
Peeling versus Junior was really... It was fast, but Peeling versus Joe was the fastest of the night. Absolutely.
Yeah, actually, yeah, you're right. A winner
that was fast as hell.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like Joe was like, get me out of here, bro.
Morgan?
Ooh, okay. All right. Shades of Evo 2024.
Mm-hmm. God bless.
God bless America. Shadow 20Z getting hit with a wall crush and bouncing right back.
Yeah, you know, switching from the dominatrix of Anna Woods to bring in the succubus, KingReyJr. Right now, looking in trouble though, as Shadow 20Z looking pretty hot with heat, but able to use the heat dash to add more pressure. But Junior able to escape the throw and switch his side. Now Shadow 20Z is looking in trouble. Never mind. Hiding out of it with the assistance of Azazel.
61 damage for that back one counter hit once you have the aura of Azazel.
But this is the aura of KingReyJr. One of them will duck eventually to the inner strength, and Junior is showcasing the outer strength now.
Nice duck under the exerciser. Shadow 20Z unfortunately missing his opportunity though. Can he get heat burst? Can he get tornado?
Yes, he can, but not able to get the tornado. Damn. But he's able to get the charge up, full crouch down forward 3, bringing it to a 1-2-1 round. Damn, a little bit too short there by Junior with the ground pound, and Shadow able to react fast enough to get the while standing launcher, and now Junior immediately on rage again, and this should spell out perfect until Junior denies it.
Alright, we're seeing lateral movement from Shadow 20Z here just at the perfect time. I predicted it. The perfection of Shadow 20Z. KingReyJr. is now having to deal with Shadow 20Z having the possibility to make a game 5.
Mm-hmm. Now in an open room with the walls way back there with an explosive floor. They have not used it yet, and I think Junior might use it now after this low pair. Who knows?
Nah, he don't need it to be able to get the kill right here. He needs to save that.
Yep, he is definitely gonna save it into tournament point versus survival points.
Yeah, Shadow just using that backdash just be like, I'm not dealing with all of this. KingReyJr. using those moves that recover extremely quickly to try and bait Shadow 20Z to use his keep out attacks, but nothing doing.
Oh man, also not a little bit too late to use a 11 frame or faster string to interrupt that.
Tragic. Uh-oh.
Oh, speaking of tragedy, but the combo drops with the low wall splash. Shadow 20Z on range, and it gets caught ducking from the full crash down 3. And then Junior goes for the high-low string to take down Shadow 20Z to feel that high. Because once again, the King continues to reign terror and continues to wear crown here at Tampa Never Sleeps. Congratulations once again to King Ray Jr.